Thank you.
Welcome back to Gr8 Chaos, where a group of fucking morons get together and play Dungeons and Dragons.
I'd like to argue with him.
Other games, I don't even know what we do anymore.
I don't even have my dice over here, so.
Oh, then you're kind of like off the camera a little bit. There you go. Now you're.
That's how we prefer him.
Christ.
So,
My little baby brother.
before we get back into tonight's episode with Group 1 and finding out where they are, what they're doing, who they're having sex with, first we have to talk about our sponsors.
None of us have had sex with anybody in a long time, actually.
You don't know that.
It's been 2 a day.
Whoa, Jesus.
We're talking about in-game.
I mean, in-game.
Remember how I introduced us. All right.
Actually,
So,
I think Brickley is the last person I had sex with.
Person?
God.
Sorry, carry on.
But anyway,
My
yes.
apologies.
By the way, Brickley's pregnant.
Whoa!
Thank you, Samsung.
And it's not yours.
Let's start with our sponsor from the beginning, who somehow continues to stay with us, met up with us in person last night. But let's talk about Ebonwood. Ebonywood? Ebonwood?
Edginwood.
Whoa.
Edgingwood?
Edginwood.
All right, I think it's Ebonwood. But let's turn it over to Austin to tell us more about Ebonwood.
Step right up, weary traveler, and feast your eyes upon the wonders of Ebonwood. Fine goods for the discerning adventurer. Dice trays smoother than a bard's pickup lines. Coasters carved by the gods themselves. Spell trackers so fancy even your wizard's spellbook will get jealous. Why, back in my day, we even used rocks and hope. But not anymore, Ebonwood. Turning your table into a treasure hoard since they started.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's my husband.
Now, I do have a question for you. Smoother than what?
A bard's pickup line.
Bard's pickup lines.
That's pretty good. All right.
That was my
everybody.
favorite line of the whole skit.
What else is Ebonwood smoother than? Adam?
Thank you.
Slicker than an elephant's panties.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Jason?
I
Can't stop thinking about
Slicker?
elephant panties.
Okay.
can't get the elephant panties out of my head right
I
now.
mean, you do have to think, like, they probably secrete a lot, so those things probably get slick. Like,
Oozy.
Yeah.
I'd say
Wow.
slicker than a hallway covered in Brickley's essence.
Interesting.
Although that might be kind of sticky.
I was imagining it
That's
very
more-
tacky.
What else could it be
We'll
smoother
say
than?
smoother than
Yeah.
LL Cool J.
Ooh, that's pretty smooth. Kevin?
Not the Bob.
Smoother than Keith Sweat.
Rob.
Oh, smoother than Keith
The Rob
Sweat.
Bolden.
No.
I mean, let's break down this
He's pretty
Olivia's
smooth.
panties for a minute. Like,
I'm regretting it all.
that's something we should all really like contemplate for a minute here. But
No.
okay. So at some point in the game, there's going to be a 10-minute talk about the Olympians' panties. However, because we have to keep things moving, I'm going to turn it over. I think we have an announcement from Brad tonight.
I do. Not going to take a lot of time, but recently I switched, well, not I switched, my family switched our cell phone carriers from a provider that won't be named over to T-Mobile. That experience took 3 almost entire days of us inside of T-Mobile, where we met some amazing people. Number one is Trey, who sat there all 3 days with us. So if you go to Alpine T-Mobile, ask for Trey, because that dude goes so far above and beyond anything that needs to be done to help a customer. So anyway, in addition to that, I also met the Rob Bolden, one of the most electric, entertaining individuals I've ever met in my life. Did a phenomenal Eddie Murphy impression while I was in the store. It just kind of... He saw me walk outside, I'm pacing back. I have a crippling nicotine addiction, everybody knows this, right? So he's trying to just alleviate some tension.
Now they do.
If they watch the stream, they know.
That's fair.
Right, so anyway, D. Rob Bolden, incredible person, so glad I met him. A lot of the people at T-Mobile said that they might be interested in learning to play Dungeons and Dragons. They want our Bill Johnson to organize a campaign for them, even if it's a one-shot.
It's William Lewis.
Yeah, sorry, William Wallace.
Your head
So
back.
anyway, long story
Really?
short,
What was-
B-Rob Bolden, Trey, T-Mobile, I love
Don't ask what he
you.
paid.
Thank you for everything you did. I hope you do play Dungeons and Dragons, even if it's not with us. Right? Carry on, keep on rocking in the free world. Dude, wait, that's not us. That's copyrighted. Carry on.
Not affiliated yet.
Thank you.
But
Nor is T-Mobile.
we will
Thank you.
get you into game mode. We will teach you about an Olithian's panties. You wait and see. You will learn.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yes, and thank you for the coasters as well, or the koozies as well.
Koozies.
You will learn about moisture. All right.
Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa.
That was my ASMR.
we'll
for
learn
you.
about moisture.
Next 2 weeks, we are going to have early start time the next 2 weeks. Noon start time, Eastern Standard Time. So be ready for that. The next 2 sessions, actually, back to
That's
back.
actually against my contract, but we'll talk later.
Might have to skip church for that one.
No, it's not till noon, so you should be able to go to the early session. So-
Noon is early. Bill?
Talking about gay church, it's different.
Is it?
That's true. That's true.
Do they talk about Olithian panties at your church?
We don't talk about panties, period.
But Olithians,
Unless
yes.
they're- Yeah.
Anyway, yes. So, I believe that concludes, unless somebody else has an announcement I don't know about. Is there another announcement out there, Kevin? You look like you have something you want to announce.
No, I'm good.
All right, you're going to save it, all right?
I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
Non-secret.
Well, we will see you
Secret to go.
right after this introduction. And welcome back to Great Chaos. We are so happy to have you back for our fuckery. And so it begins. Does anyone remember what happened last time on Great Chaos at all? I'm gonna guess that's a no.
I know died several times.
I'm pretty certain.
There was that, but
Pretty certain I finished 2 battles. Because I got the guns.
let us do a quick review then, shall we? Previously on Great Chaos, since you all seem to be having a little bit of a blurred mind memory on that. You were in the city of Prevail. You were trying to figure out, number one, how to stop Luria Morningfall, who had wronged Malika's family for so long. You were also trying to stop this raging bitch who had destroyed the Church of Lyra and changed it for her own, upsetting Gully. You fought a Rat King. You fought an old friend of a dragon. Am I missing something?
Your Wi-Fi password.
No, nothing that you need to be bothered with.
You fought a dragon. Also, a very easy battle for you guys. Seemed to go
Oh yeah.
quite well. And then you found yourself in combat with Luria herself.
Yeah,
And
like
so
that.
you got it right the first time.
Persona.
You fought inside the church, and it was a valiant fight for supremacy of the church. And eventually, after 3.5 hours, you were able to defeat Luria without anybody in the group dying. So kudos to you. One hand clapping for that. Nobody died. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Wow.
I mean, not 2 hands, 1 hand. One
Oh,
hand.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, just a 1. Yeah. One's always stronger than the other because, you know, the stranger and all that. But anyway,
What do you mean?
not all of us are ambidextrous, Brad.
Oh.
All right? We're gonna possess your abilities.
It's a gift.
Okay. Learn from many years of practice. But anyway. And then you uncovered a little bit of information about the past. Always believing that it was the gods who had locked Maleth away. You found proof and evidence that actually it was the Titans who fought the battle for the gods, locked Maleth away, in so doing, caused themselves to go mad from the darkness of Maleth, and they were either imprisoned or put down by the gods. And that was their reward for banishing Maleth. And then Gully had
So
himself a
we
little bit of a conversation with Lyra.
Amazing rewards ahead of us. That's what I am.
No one said that's the same awaiting you. However, that was how the conversation ended, with Gully maybe having a little bit of crisis of faith. We'll find out tonight. Now, great chaos as you stand in the church. The effects of Lyria wearing off. You see some of the actual bodies on the ground starting to rise up as humans now, not monsters. What would you all like to do?
They're reverting.
Gully will begin to assist with any type of healing it looks like they may need.
Othin will assist Gully in the assistance of these people.
Any conversations you all would like to have?
Oh, I'm just laying down on the ground.
You're a little battered,
A little slightly better.
a little bruised.
Tired.
The voice in your head, of course, is happy that she got what was hers, because she did take the soul of Lyria into her. And you have taken another one inside of you.
Ooh. Ew.
Wow.
We'd at least get paid for this one.
So he is lying there, a little bit sore. Gao, what would you like to do here?
So I am going to try to assist with some healing.
Okay. Who would you like to heal?
Someone who looks like they're harmed.
I would say Gideon looks pretty beat
Oh.
up. What about Othin?
Sure, the
Othin's
party.
beat to
yeah.
shit.
You guys. Like him.
Your own people, yeah, do look pretty rough, but I guess so do some of the patrons that are getting up off the ground now. That are looking at themselves, trying to figure out how they got here. All these priests.
Yeah, it'll be triage. It's gonna be us.
Golly. One of the priests looks at you. What are you doing here?
We are
What happened to the church?
trying to restore the church.
It's like all still twisted and maimed. It looks like, you guys just fought a giant battle in here and smashed the shit out of a lot of stuff. So like, what happened?
A great evil to prevail and use the church as her base of operations.
About 3 times faster would be a priest.
Lyria?
Yes, I remember her. She came here under the guise of a follower of Lyria. She twisted everything.
Unfortunately, it looks like you have quite a bit of work ahead of you.
It does indeed. How does the rest of the city fare?
We have yet to find out.
Okay, so they're trying to help each other up and take care of each other. Is anybody healing anybody in your party or no?
Yeah, so Shazer will actually walk up and hold out his hand, and he'll cast Conjure Animals. So little rabbits will begin to come forth from his hands and go out to the children and the people, and then he'll go around and start healing the party.
Did you know he could do that?
Fuck.
So,
Did rabbits just come out of a bird's hands?
yes.
Wow.
Aren't they beautiful?
I'll try to cast Cure Wounds on Gideon.
And
Shazer,
Shazer
you
will also
make
cast
me
Cure
do
Wounds.
Do it work,
To work?
Daddy Master?
Well, who are you casting it on?
You get 8 hit
I'm
points back.
using my clerical powers here.
Yeah,
It works.
you are curing him.
I'm Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
How's Malika looking?
Go ahead and take
Not
44
great.
points.
8 hit points back to you.
Thank you.
How's Shazer?
Should have written that down.
Better, but also not great.
I'll twin cast the last one then. 8 hit points back to him.
A pen.
Perfect.
Pen.
I've exhausted all my spell
That'll
slots.
work too. Even better. Thank you. Alright, so you gave how many to Shazer, you said?
8.
We're going to need to rest.
I'm feeling a bit worn myself.
Okay, I don't remember how much damage I took that could only be healed by natural healing. I want to say it was at least 20 points.
Yeah, I thought it was like 36.
Was it
but-
36?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so that's... No, it still healed me a bit,
Yes.
but...
You did heal him.
Wasn't it negated because you heal every round?
No.
I thought he said that
wasn't
was
in,
part of that.
No,
but I wasn't in my warrior rat form.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and I can only do that once a day, so if I go into that again, it would probably help, but that's nothing I can do about right now. Alright. You said it was
He must
36?
long rest first. Yes.
Okay.
So what would you all like to do then?
Rest.
I'll
Where
ask.
would you like to rest?
I'll ask a priest if we could, perchance, have a room or two.
I'd find a place for you to rest this day. You certainly deserve it. Would you like to stay and celebrate? This is a great day. We have vanquished evil in the name of Lyra.
I'm not sure it's quite time to celebrate. I'm afraid of what the rest of Prevail looks like.
Okay.
Well, I've been
Much
around
of what
for
we
a
saw was
long,
also
long
perverted
time.
and twisted.
We must care
Yes,
for the
I'm better,
living.
but
That is what we can do. We can weep for the dead, but we must care for the living. We cannot waste all our time just grieving those we have lost, or there'll be nothing for those that live.
yeah, okay. I need a bed.
Certainly. We'll continue the cleanup, but I would
Myself up.
encourage you all to stay and be celebrated for what you've done.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. I'm good.
If
So
that is
far.
if that is what you wish, then I will stay.
I mean, it's if you need to rest, and maybe when you wake up, you should be celebrating a great victory in Lyra's name today. good has triumphed over evil.
Yeah.
Yes, it has.
Maybe
Yes, it has.
just
And good
rest
shall
first,
prevail.
Yes, it will.
and then we can talk about.
Where's the exit again?
I thought you wanted to
Over
stay
there,
here.
right? Oh no, I'm not staying here. I want to rest, but I'm not.
Yeah, we have rooms in the church.
I'm good.
Well, where would you like to stay?
You know what? I'll find a place.
Okay.
Sorry, Father. Perhaps we will seek accommodations at an inn.
Certainly welcome to, yes.
Yeah, maybe give the beds to those in need.
Golly, I worry your friend is nervous in churches.
That's not new.
Which friend?
Your friend has expressed not wanting to sleep here in the
Excuse
church.
me. Do you know who my grandfather was? Is?
No.
Do you have any altars in this church to anyone other than Lyra? Like in addition to Lyra?
In this church, no.
Okay, do you know of any other?
But you can pray to whoever you want here.
Oh, I understand. I think Gully's teaching me that. I think I understand that. But no, I'm looking for a holy place.
There's no place more holy than this.
I mean,
No.
once you're done cleaning it up, that is.
Yes, but it's not the
Did
brick
you
and the
see
stone.
the stuff that she put on here?
Okay.
Brick and stone itself does not make a place holy.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you anyway.
You didn't see it when we got here.
We can seek out a church.
Okay. Thank
You really didn't.
Prevail is home to many.
She has corrupted it.
Churches.
There's no question. But Lyra's light
is?
will shine through.
Huh. I thought there was just the church.
Yeah. No, it will.
Like we
It
could
will.
pray anywhere and then there's
It's
the church,
it's
right?
just it seems.
This is
And like a tile of
most
ceiling like
prominent
falls
church.
through. And then like the sun kind of shines through that though. And there's like this beam of light shining through.
I was gonna say dimmed, but you just had to, didn't you? I'm still finding an inn.
You said Prevail is home to many churches, right?
Yes.
It's a very
I'm
holy.
still finding it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Many churches here.
Yeah, the next rubble falls on you. No.
Splat.
I'm still alive.
Tis a flesh wound.
Yes.
What are you going to do? Bleed on me?
Not affiliated.
Yeah, sorry.
No.
So we need to seek and in.
Yes.
Okay. Where any just random one in particular? You guys have some of you have been to this city before, and you were spent some time studying the city, so you're familiar with the city. And I
Oh.
think
I came to
three
the
of you
city.
came here.
I don't know
a
where
long
we
time
stayed.
ago.
We
Yeah.
stayed somewhere
I-
before we went into Blue
I
Alley.
propose. I propose we go to an area that looks like it's been hit the hardest, and find an inn that we can bless the most.
Okay. I would say that's going to be closer to the docks then.
Okay. We're
Oh,
going to a shitty inn. Come along, fellas.
Othin still has the night fang.
Do you want to not
blade,
go in
right?
that
The
direction?
I
dagger.
think so.
It's fine.
We can go in a different
We're going to the
direction.
docks. Do you want to go to the docks?
you do seem to prefer staying near the water.
Yeah.
That seems advantageous.
He did.
Yep.
Once.
Not now.
What will be, will be.
That's ominous.
Portentous, even.
Ooh.
Using big words.
You say
It's just getting
pretentious?
scary.
Portentous.
Portentous.
I don't, it was, never mind.
A crisis of faith seems to be
Let's break it down. Pour, to pour something. Tent, like in your pants.
befuddling both of us.
Okay. So pour your pants on us.
I took that more
I
as...
said
No, you said tent, so I
a
thought
crisis
pour
of
your
faith
boner
seems
on
to
us.
have
Yes.
I thought it was
Befuddled both of
poor,
us.
as in pathetic. Tent, like in your pants.
Okay.
On us.
Okay. Now we're doing lessons in interpretation.
Yes. So anyway, now that we've cleared that up.
Go to the shitty inn at the docks.
Okay. You find an inn that is, I mean, there's like these black tendrils like that just like snake all around the building. It's almost like they're veins of just coursing blackness that still seem to like almost throb.
Okay.
This is your idea?
This
and
one?
then
Yes.
this one?
Are we not here to cleanse evil?
Perhaps after some rest.
I was here to kill a bitch.
Did you not?
I mean,
Right. Now we
Fair
continue
point.
cleansing evil. To the inn.
Okay.
Sure.
You walk in and there's an innkeeper there, a halfling, and he's just kind of like scratching his head, looking at his inn like, I have no fucking idea where I'm going to start.
So
Like,
Malika walks up to him and hands him 5,000 gold and just drops it on the floor in front of him.
The-
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Do you say that too to him?
No. Oh yes. I go outside and use whatever the interpretation would be of a bathroom. So
you
yes, I
piss
drop
in the street
5,000
there.
gold and I say, excuse me, I'll be right back.
It's like, look at
Fix
the
the
rest of you like,
I don't even know what happened.
You caught him on
Here.
a good day.
Very good day.
I think he just went to urinate in one of my bedrooms, but he did give me 5,000 gold. Like, what's happening right now?
We need a place to stay.
Not that room.
The rooms are a lot less than this, especially right now.
I'm not in charge of him.
Take the money. It is a gift.
He wants to pay that per night.
How many nights do you want to stay?
Do you have a minimum?
3. but for this price, one will do.
Okay.
Give me my money.
Guy drops some money off and leaves. You gotta say something like that.
Just a room with a hot bath drawn, please.
I'll see what we can do. My staff is gone at the moment, but I can bring some hot water up to you, and I'll scrub your back if you want.
No.
Well, maybe you could utilize some of the funds he gave you to entice some of your staff to come back.
I don't even know if they're alive.
That's true.
Did you see anybody out there? You did. Some were alive, some were dead.
Yep. Yeah. We saw things.
It's hit or miss.
We definitely
Really.
saw
I mean,
things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things were seen.
It's like he starts scooping money up. It's like trying to take it behind the bar.
Yeah, you're gonna probably have to find a safe place for that too. By the way, I'm not certain I would just put it there.
Okay, well, in the meantime, upstairs, pretty much any room you want is yours tonight. I don't think there's any patrons up there. If
Okay.
there are, I don't know about them.
That's not ominous at all.
Well,
Have you had a problem with that in the past?
No, but do you see what happened here? Have you been in town long?
Plenty. Long enough, I'll tell you that.
Like, there's just shattered tables on the ground. There's, half his bottles are smashed on the ground.
Gully will do some mending, what he can at least, as he's sitting here.
Trying to fix some stuff.
Little things here and there, yeah. I mean, can't do
Okay.
a ton, but mending, some prestidigitation,
Prestidigitation.
yeah, that one.
I'll help him put some. I'll
We'll
use
do
the
some
same
cleaning.
spell, put some chairs and tables back together.
Okay. Well, that's awfully kind of you all.
We'll get an unseen servant moving.
Oh, okay. In short order, you guys are cleaning this place up nicely. He's just like piling his gold behind the bar, going back and forth. Like, is this really happening to me right now? Like, you guys aren't like ghosts, right?
I haven't died recently.
Wait, but you died?
Hold
Death
on.
is just yet another journey.
I only
But-
mostly died once.
Oh, okay. Not all the way dead, just mostly dead.
Okay. Still had
what
change in
about
my
your other
pockets when I
form?
woke up.
I'm sorry, what? His other form?
Perhaps we should venture upstairs.
Yeah, whatever room you would all like. You're not like undead or demons or nothing like that in any
Define
of you?
undead.
Would an undead demon wear a crown like this? I'm gonna go find a room.
Well, wait. Yes. As you're walking away. Is that what?
We're not undead nor demons. Well, mostly not.
Wait, what? You're undead?
No.
You're demons?
Not mostly.
Well,
You're partly.
I'm a
demon.
halfling.
So am I.
there's light and dark in each of us.
Yeah.
I'm going to clean
Down
up
the stairs. Any room, right?
Yeah.
Cool, thanks.
In your head, you hear laughter.
Is Malago right?
He went out to use a bathroom, and sometimes it gets stuck.
Oh,
Should have brought a poop knife.
What?
perhaps just more fiber.
It's always
Do you have a
important.
tea for that?
I do.
I would like to
I
forego
will-
the knife option and just try some tea first.
I will be brewing tea in my room if anybody would like to partake.
I would love to partake.
You have tea bags for everyone then?
Sure do.
Alright.
2 for everyone, actually.
2 tea bags for everyone.
Double steeping.
Well,
What is that called again? A Mississippi bird bath?
that's.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I
never heard
had
of
an
Mississippi
education
bird bath?
yesterday.
No.
It's where you take a
I'm
southern
good.
girl.
I don't
and
know.
Fill her mouth full of Kool-Aid and then you dunk your balls in her mouth.
You know, I learn so many new things
Who's never
every
been?
week.
I mean, who's never been part of a Mississippi bird bath? I mean, geez.
I never have I ever.
I don't know.
Does it have to be Kool-Aid?
That's what Urban Dictionary says. But
Woo!
anyway, I digress. And then the Kool-Aid man breaks through the wall. Oh yeah! But anyway,
Not associated with Great Chaos.
that's true.
Oh no, Mr. Kool-Aid man, you better fix that wall before my dad gets home.
Can you move that antivirus thing on the computer so
Yeah.
we can see what the hell's going on? But anyway, thank you. All right, so now that you guys have gone upstairs, scared the halfling owner,
I'm
helped
in
him
my room.
clean up his room, given him 5,000 gold.
You
There's no one upstairs in the
you
room
have
that I
said-
choose.
There are a couple of rooms that do have dead people in them, but they're dead. They're not
President
like
of
undead.
Okay,
They're
well,
dead.
those rooms I'm not choosing.
Okay.
donating and fixing
Any,
prevail.
are any of those on the opposite side of the inn from the dock? Or Stan's window?
Like, yes, you can see the dock from the window there.
Can he
He wants a room without
choose
a window.
room without a view or without
Yes,
that faces
have
the
your
other
choice,
direction?
Yes. Which choice would you prefer?
Without the window.
Without. Okay.
Without the window?
Well,
or
they're all
window
gonna have
in the other
windows. You don't
direction?
want to be able to see the water. Is that what you're saying?
I just don't want to be seen from the water.
Okay, so you're gonna be on that side. Gotcha.
I want the opposite.
And
You
I
want the
will
water view.
chuck a corpse out the window if I have to.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you want to go through its pockets and look for loose change?
People are out on the streets cleaning up and this dead is flying out the window.
Okay.
Just cleaning up.
Damn it, another one? Preferably a room without a corpse for me.
Okay. All right. Are you guys getting together, being separate tonight? What's the plan? Is there a party? Is there
I
a...
just went into a room that did not have a body and fell down on the bed.
Okay. All right. So you pass out.
I'm making
No,
tea.
I did not say that.
Oh. You
I'm
Lay
just
on the
laying
bed.
there for a little bit.
All
More
right.
plans.
I'm brewing a very strong tea.
Yeah.
Gully, could I room with you tonight?
Sure.
I'll go with Gully.
Okay.
Drink some tea.
I'm passing out.
Passing out.
Also getting tea with Gully.
Tea with Gully. All right. So we'll go to the tea bagging over here. We'll start there.
Whoa.
To see what's going on in there. What do you all, anything you talk about while you're together?
Oh, Shazer went to bed.
Shazer went to bed. Okay, so Shazer's in bed. Gawa's in bed. Gideon
in
is
bed.
laying in bed but not asleep yet.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that.
I have
So
a tea.
the three of you, tea bags in hand. What are we doing?
Just a strong cup of chamomile tea.
Did you feel as though I gave too much? Gully?
No. There is no such thing as too generous, is there?
I don't know. I think sometimes generosity can make those around us uncomfortable because they can't do the same.
Well,
At least that's what I've experienced in the last, 2 weeks? I came to the realization that I actually don't need anything. Like I have the spear, I have the shield, I have everything that I have. I have so much. I have a bag with so much in it. And we all have so much that it just, what else did I need the money for at this point? Like I was chasing the money because I needed so many things. All I had was my spear, So now I don't need anything. So I thought there's so many other people out there that do. And I've seen you go into places and just give and just give and give and give. And I guess I thought that's what I was supposed to do if I walk in a path of light. And I know it may not be directly to Lyra that I pray, but it is Lyra by extension. I mean, I'm obviously walking that path, so I just wanted to make sure that everybody reacted very strangely. And I know it was a lot, but was it too much? Was my question. So thank you for answering that. I'll continue to give what I have until I have nothing left. And then Gully, we will find one.
It is always good to offer a hand to somebody who is down.
I wish I had
So,
learned that sooner.
I commend your generosity.
Thank you.
You have changed this barkeeper's life.
Well, I hope he changes everybody's life around him with what he does with the money for the inn. And with that,
That is where you have to be careful who you support.
but if I do so without expectation and just hope,
Well,
then do I still have to be careful? Or do I just accept that maybe he keeps the 5,000 gold? But hey, just maybe he doesn't.
well, I mean to negate supporting somebody who may use the money for bad things.
If he does, I'm strong enough to cut him down.
There you are.
And with that, I'll take my tea in hand and I'll go into my trance. in like a full meditation yoga pose, just in the trance.
Okay, so he's going
And
trance.
he's
mode.
hanging out with.
Anything for the two of you
Othin's
left?
going
Or?
down.
Othin's just exhausted.
Okay.
Knocked down, picked up, knocked down, picked up. Just also suffering from a level of exhaustion
Oh,
in and of itself.
yeah. Yep.
So he's just sipping on tea, not so much looking for conversation, but more just peace and quiet.
Gotcha.
A little serenity.
All right. I'm gonna go over then
I
to
need it for Shazer.
Gideon.
What did I do with that? Do you have a
Is there
cleric
anything
one?
he would like to do before
Or a ranger one?
closing his eyes?
Yeah, I'm gonna use fabricate and make a different spot for that damn amulet that I have hidden on my leg because I
Okay.
watched
Warrior, cleric.
All right.
it visibly go.
You can tell me separately if you'd like on that one.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I'll take the cards.
You only need one though.
That I'm going to say.
It's not true. We talked
Okay.
and he said I can use every spell, even one he's never found before.
And you went to
He
sleep,
said if I
correct?
drop a nuke, I
did.
can drop a nuke.
Okay. So
He
while,
gave me full
while you
reign
sleep,
today.
are you ready? While you sleep. Okay.
Uh-oh.
You have a dream. You open your eyes.
I have a dream.
It is not that kind of
Let's
dream.
just keep it simple.
You open your eyes, but there is no air left in your lungs. You're deep underwater, floating in a void of black ink. There's no sun above, no ocean floor below. Just endless pressure pushing in on your chest. A sound begins, not heard, but felt. It's like a low, thunderous pulse, the beating heart of the sea itself. It grows louder with every breath you do not take. And then you see it, the eye of the deep. Larger than a ship, ringed with coral and barnacles, it opens. And in that gaze, you are known. A shape coils behind the eye, immense. Tentacles blot out what little light remains. And then he speaks through your own blood. You were mine long before you were born. A shadow surges towards you, and the water boils around it. The tentacles of the drowned god wrap around your limbs, not to pull, but to hold you still. The sea does not forget its sons. You try to scream, but no sound. You feel your ribs snap as the pressure increases. Your vision blurs. The last thing you see is your own face reflected in the surface of the eye, pale, blue-lipped, and lifeless. You are the vessel. You are the offering. You will die so others may breathe. And you wake up, and you are soaked to the bone as if somebody dumped gallons of water all over you. This was not a wet dream.
I mean, it
But it
literally
actually was, though.
It was.
In a way,
In its purest form.
yeah.
What the fuck?
That was your dream.
That's Gawa's reaction. What the
Okay. Try to go back to sleep?
No.
No? Well, your choice. If you don't, you're only getting a short rest, though.
It'll be a short rest.
Okay. All right. Morning comes. What would you all like to do? Do you meet up?
It's the same stuff.
Do you clean up first? Dry off? Your choice.
Yeah, I'm going to.
So Shazer walks out and just takes flight. Just begins flying in
Around
the
the
surrounding
city.
area, just checking up from the sky how everything
You
looks.
can see the cleanup process has begun.
Okay.
They started by trying to take away the bodies because there were hundreds of dead people like, scattered throughout the city that did not come back when the curse was lifted.
Okay.
But it looks like they've spent the first amount of time like clearing the dead. Like that was kind of like their first thing they wanted to get done.
Okay. And he specifically would fly over. Are we close enough? I mean, checking out the inn that we were in, just to see has any improvement started in the morning on that. Like
Oh,
if there's construction crews in place, or
Yep.
okay. He just checks everything out, and he comes back and reports back.
Okay.
Maliko wakes up and just starts cleaning and polishing like all of his equipment, and just working on becoming a beacon. You know,
Okay.
everything as shiny as possible. Looking for anything. Going to Gideon and to Oath and like asking them how they would clean their weapons and looking for any polish or anything like that. So by the end of it, I want the spear and the shield and everything to be like a mirror.
Okay.
Like everywhere we go, I want people to see us coming.
Your choice if you want to get started back to Vasterdale, if you want to stay for celebration.
So is Gawa with us?
Well, you're all at the end still.
All right.
You
Can I
meet up?
go to the
Those are so cool.
kitchen and start making some breakfast? Is there anything worth it?
There's
He
some.
didn't have a staff there. I asked him, you mind if I start cooking?
No, go ahead.
It's
I
gonna
think
be
we can-
basic.
Yeah, we can throw that in with the money you spent on the room.
Got it.
No extra charge.
Gawa, did you sleep?
Eggs, ham, dry bread.
So is this level of exhaustion gone after a full night's sleep?
Yes.
Some.
I never do, but I'm told that other species need to. Do you need to? What's preventing you from sleep?
I imagine there's a little bit of a haunted look on your face.
Oh,
There better be. It's my background.
Maybe more than normal.
yeah. I just assumed as he sauntered out that.
Who wants eggs?
Me, please.
Eggs.
I would love breakfast.
They're gonna be
Yes.
scrambled. I don't
Hey.
care.
Do you have any meat?
Is there any meat back here?
There's plenty of meat.
Bacon, steak,
There should
something.
be, unless it
Steak.
went bad. I don't know if there's.
steak and eggs.
Yes, please.
There we go.
Thank you.
I'll take my eggs unsalted. Please do.
So you guys eat a breakfast.
So actually, I want to walk up to Gawa and say, "May I?" And just place my hand on his shoulder
What is your intention?
to help, and then just lay hands. Even though he's fully healed, right? So I'm just gonna pump 5 lay hands points into him, and
Pumps you for 5.
just show him that I care, and we'll carry on.
That's out of character.
I mean, never mind.
Hey,
That's Malika, by the way, not Chaser.
Thank you.
Alright, lay hands.
What would you all like to do this morning?
If you feel like you need somebody to talk to, just know that I'm here.
Is there any ale in here?
There is.
Nothing too strong.
Okay.
Just something to wash down breakfast.
Is a godly man allowed to drink ale?
Yes.
Ale, please.
There are some strange things happening here.
Don't worry, I'm not changing.
One of the priests shows up. So, did you give my offer some thought? Are you staying or are you?
Oh, the priest?
Yeah.
Priest shows up?
Yeah.
Did he stalk us to this place? I mean, we weren't hiding, but...
No, probably put in a request before we finally found you. It helps it when you have Chaser flying around and then.
I mean, that's...
Oh, Shazer did come back and report, by
Yeah.
the way, what he saw.
It is a beacon. Awesome.
So we know what's going on with the city right now. Excuse me.
Certainly the champions of Lyra's Light could be a great beacon for the city to see.
Light of Bastardel.
Yes, but you won a victory in Lyra's name.
But branding is important. It helps the name spread.
We'll certainly speak highly of the Light of Bastardel.
And Brickley. The common. Shall we?
Shall you do it?
Exactly.
What is it you...
Shall we what? Do we... I don't feel the need to be celebrated.
I also
I've never
wonder
cared
if
for that.
those efforts should be poured into something a bit more constructive.
What could be more constructive than lifting the spirits of the people of this city?
Rebuilding the city.
Burying the dead?
What would give them the energy to do
Both of
that?
those.
People believe in symbols.
How about the darkness?
What kind of
can-
symbols?
What can we do to fix the church? Is it quite oppressive?
It is being worked on, and you can tell that they have a ton of people working on the church. Like that's where, in fact, I would say there's more people working there than anywhere else.
Okay.
That tracks.
Critical infrastructure. Okay? Critical.
I mean, yes.
Yes. Don't ask by whose definition. It's just critical. All right. So I got to be honest with you. Like Maria's gone. I don't think we're ready for.
No.
I don't.
What? This isn't the end?
This. So I don't have a
You
direction.
killed the bad guy.
What bad guy?
Bad girl, whatever her name was.
From
Maria.
our experience, from the first day we got drafted into service, it never ends.
Luria was an agent of Malith.
Correct. But we're not ready for him.
But he's trapped.
For now.
Bound by the gods to never return.
Yes, absolutely. But he will return. So I don't have a direction.
Light always triumphs over darkness.
I have but
I'm
one,
not gonna real world him.
This is the real world.
I have
There
but-
was
but one
darkness
vendetta.
here, and light triumphed over it.
Like that.
Okay, so Malika casts silence in the area he's standing and says, "Hey, seriously, I only have one vendetta left and we're not ready for it. So I need somewhere to channel this energy. Where are we going?"
Let's go home.
Perhaps we should return to Vassardel.
You do know spring is coming, and with that, the spring games.
Yes.
I am not. No. No.
Hey, we belong in the arena. Kid. You performed so well last time. I do apologize for that, but it was in jest.
You were the one.
I'm
excited
still laughing about it.
Yeah. No, I just executed a plan.
about it. Yes.
I am not going in that. I will
No,
not be
I
up
will
on a
be.
wall.
I will be entering.
I will.
No, that's for the guards. The wall toss is only for the graduating class. You guys were the last graduating
The
class. of
first
traveling
one that
guard.
suggests that I do
Listen.
something's gonna get a spell thrown at them,
Listen,
and it's
if
not
we
gonna be
show up,
pleasant.
if we show up to wall toss and they're allowed to have weapons because I jumped off, right? I'm gonna be so pleased. Hopefully the game has evolved.
I mean, at this point, he might be able to actually toss the wall.
I could.
Well,
Hey,
He walks over.
he steps out of it.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, we just needed to have a conversation for a minute and you would not shut up.
Light always triumphs over darkness.
So, what you're saying is we're heading back now.
We're going home.
Before you
Got it.
do, think right now what just expired here. There was darkness. The lights
Labria
we've
is the one
never
who
seen.
expired here.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But what
Okay.
triumphed over her? The light,
The light,
inside of you.
Gideon.
Gideon did.
well,
There's clearly so much light in you
I
all.
totally.
I
did
just
not
take
get
him
the
and I
last-
just gently
I'm sure
push
you
him
guys
back into
did
the
that.
silence.
That must have been
Right?
someone else that got the last
And then I
spell.
turn and walk away. And we go home.
It was Gideon.
So as I walk, I begin summoning the steed.
Okay.
And I summon multiple steeds. I say, Gawa, could you prepare mounts for the rest of the group, please?
Okay. He follows you as long as he can. And
Yes.
says, do not forsake the light, for the light within you is what will carry you to victory.
We shall not, sir.
Golly, could I have a word before you go?
of course, Father.
You seem troubled. You of all people need to be the beacon of light at this point. It has been said you are Lyra's champion.
And I remain so. Yes.
But for someone who's had such a great victory, you don't seem happy.
I find, unfortunately, that it feels as though every time we turn around, there's a new crisis.
I believe you are correct. I believe it will get worse. And yet, as long as you're here, I believe light has a chance.
I am not the sole owner of light. Everybody in this group.
I agree. You must keep your group to the light. Do not let them slide to the darkness.
That has been my goal since the beginning. That is why I stay.
I sense now more than ever the world is teetering on a razor's edge. Light on one side, darkness on the other.
It does feel that way, that it has gone to those extremes. I pray that at some point there is time for celebration.
Celebrate those that are alive. We plan to do that today. We wish you could stay, but we understand if you must go. But we will celebrate the living today. There's always tomorrow to celebrate those we've lost. Lyra, speed to you.
And with you as well.
All right. Where do you guys go from here?
At a relatively quick pace to Vassardale.
Okay.
I'd say not breakneck where we're going to be tired, but
Sure. It's a couple days ride, so
at a good clip. So we're on our journey.
Okay.
Whatever we see.
I would say, a very
Who's rolling?
good ride the first day.
Yep.
You come to a nice clearing where there's a pond, and it seems like that's probably a pretty good place to camp as it gets dark.
Nice.
So How would you like to camp this evening?
I'll pull up. If everybody's comfortable with it, I can cast the hut. But I would like to check the area out first.
What are you checking for?
Just gonna walk around the pond. Are there any kind of trees or
There's a few sparse trees.
any like? Is there like a cave or anywhere that
Nope.
looks like
I mean,
somebody
is this the
could?
only water around here?
Yeah.
It does appear that way, yeah.
So Shazer again does the same thing as in the city. Just takes flight and scans over top of us to make sure we're good to take camp.
Okay.
So nothing stands out immediately.
No.
Okay, then I will go and I'll pick for no reason other than posterity's sake, pick the most level place and cast the hut,
Okay.
which means I'm stuck in here until you guys are ready to leave.
As you're getting ready to, well, no, actually, no, this is not there. So yeah, you would cast this. Who's gonna take first watch?
I can take first.
I'll take first inside the hut.
Okay.
I'll be in second.
So the two of you.
Yep.
Sure.
So I'm just standing there watching outside the wall. Obviously, we can see through all of it.
Actually, I'm going to wait to try to take watch with Gawa.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. So who's
So I
going
can,
first watch?
I'll take first with you then.
Gideon and I.
All right.
Gideon.
I would like not investigation. You're not investigating, but perception check. Let's go perception.
19.
16.
Okay. As you're sitting there on watch, is there anything you two you want to talk about, by the way, while you're...
Yes. I just tell Gideon, I know you've had to harness the power of the darkness because I did the same.
He says with black lines running all up and down his skin.
I know.
No, I don't. I can mask those anytime
Oh,
I
are you
want.
masking those?
All the time.
Okay.
Remember, it's just like standard elf at this point.
Gotcha.
Everywhere I walk,
Yep.
anytime I can, I'm standard elf.
Okay.
Right? I too embrace the darkness. Obviously, you saw it come out of me. I don't think I've fully escaped it yet, and I'm concerned as to whether you will either.
That is always a concern with this baggage that I carry right now.
Do you feel?
Fucking baggage? You're calling me baggage?
Do you feel as though you're in control now?
I currently feel like I am in control.
Okay. Will you commit to me
Call me fucking
that
baggage
you will tell
again.
me the moment you don't?
Absolutely.
Okay. And I can't ensure I won't put you down.
If
it's for the
I
greater good.
lose control, I would expect you to.
And I
I
would
would
expect
want
you to
you
do
to.
the same for me.
We could do it now. He's not going to be ready for it.
And that's it. And then I just continue watching.
Be quick.
Baggage.
You motherfucker. As you guys are sitting there talking, however, you notice out there in the pond a black obelisk begins to rise out of the middle of it.
Guess
while
we
you're
didn't
sitting
check the
there.
water, did
I
we?
guess we're waking people up.
Not yet. Just wait.
No, this is okay. This is weird, but
Gideon.
it's normal.
Gideon, it can't see us.
Gully.
We have the advantage.
So
We have the high ground.
Slowly, slowly.
yeah, the high ground. This obelisk just keeps rising.
Gully. Hey, Gully. 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 Oh, sorry.
Water is like washing off of it as it rises.
Something's rising from
Gully.
the water.
What is that?
It's a big black obelisk.
Othin?
Mm.
Shazer? Gawa?
Gawa.
Fuck, what?
Shazer steps out of the
Not
hut.
fuck.
Shazer steps out of the hut and immediately just
uh,
sends a guiding bolt at it.
I
Okay.
can't see
that
shit.
tracks.
It's dark out there. Oh, I.
As he
Like,
does.
as soon as they wake him up, he pops up, he steps out of the hut, and just,
As he shoots this guiding bolt at it, is anybody else out of the hut?
No.
I'm not even out of my sleeping bag.
at this point, I'll drop the hut as soon as he lets the guiding bolt go, because it's go time.
Okay.
I guess we're out of the hut.
Then these like energy beams like come off of it and like one shoots into each one of you.
Yeah, I brace with the shield and hope for the best.
Well, shit.
What?
And you
What the
see
fuck just happened?
7 visions.
Shazer, would
You
you please
see-
stop shooting everything?
You see,
Where'd the hut go?
you ready? Here are the 7 visions that you see.
Ready.
A whirlpool beneath the moon where no
Somebody writing
land
these down?
can be seen. That's the first vision.
Alright, whirlpool.
Beneath the moon where no land can be
Oh,
seen.
land.
Land. L-A-N-D. Land.
Okay.
Spelled backwards, that's Danel.
No land can be seen. Got it?
Alright. Number 2. A mountain fortress crackling with flame, guarded by fire giants.
Oh,
Pleasant.
got it.
Number 3. Storm clouds swirling into a spiral as if bowling to an unseen anchor. I'm sorry, bowing, not bowling.
Okay.
Number 4. A giant stone fist grasping a spire, crushing it to rubble.
Okay.
I think I saw that on a plane
How the
of
fuck are you guys typing and writing that goddamn fast?
Crushing it to rubble.
Yep.
Jesus.
I can't type that fast.
Okay.
Number
Well,
5.
I'm letting them.
A sleeping leviathan whose breath stirs the waves.
Great. Okay.
Glad we didn't see that on a boat.
Number 6. A chained vampire laughing beneath a ruined cathedral.
Chained vampire?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And we recognize it as a vampire?
Yes. Number 7. A throne of bones submerged beneath black water.
The fuck?
Can we just go back in the hut?
It takes me a while to make it.
A voice begins to interact in your minds.
Why did we drop it?
Because Shazer started shooting things again.
Well, let Shazer deal with it.
That's not how we do things.
You must choose 3 true visions
What the
tied
fuck?
to the eye of the deep.
What is the eye of the deep?
Can I do a religion check?
Do we all just hear this out loud, or we hear it in our heads?
You heard it in your head.
Did you guys hear that?
Can I do an Arcana check?
You can. So what check are you doing? I'm sorry.
A religion?
You're doing religion. You're doing arcana. All right, give me each of these.
Solid 8.
The name like rings a bell, but you're not sure.
I slept in that day.
28 with arcana. Okay.
Damn.
Plus 10.
Damn.
The eye of the deep is supposedly one of the items used to defeat and banish Malith. Now, you know it, one of the items the gods used to do it. You know the Eye of the Deep because it is a common legend where you were from. And you're very familiar with the story of the Eye of the Deep.
Oh, yeah.
You are.
So does any of this information get shared?
Yeah, I'll tell them what I know of the Eye of the Deep.
So this is a god of water?
Did you say a tool?
The Eye of the Deep
A
was
relic.
one of the Titanic items
Yeah.
that was supposedly used by the gods to
And I heard
defeat Malith.
choose 3 true visions. Did you hear the same?
3 of the 7 are true, the other 4 are false.
So in my mind, the whirlpool the sleeping Leviathan and the throne of bones are all related to water. The others are not. Does anybody else see it that way? Because the others are a flame fort with fire giants, storm clouds, which could be a god, and then giants.
Well, do you remember the whole thing of each of these?
Yes.
Because it's
Yes.
they're all worded in such a way.
Mm-hmm. So, does
Do you
anybody
want
else
to
see
make any
anything?
kind of a check?
Yeah.
Sleeping Leviathan, I think is right.
What would you like to make?
History, if it pleases my lord.
Okay. You get an additional +5 to this roll for your knowledge.
Thank you, Daddy Master.
That's going to be a 27.
A 27. Okay.
You like it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yuck your young. That's rude.
You know, out of hand, you can cross off the chained vampire,
Obviously.
and you also know out of hand, you can cross off the mountain fortress crackling with flame guarded by fire giants. And it's up to you how much you want to reveal about your knowledge of the eye, but you would know that the eye is something that's been searched for generations by the people under the sea, and that the power of the eye is what the drowned god needs to rise again.
So the way I phrase it to you all is that it is a dangerous relic.
Mm-hmm.
Sought after for eons.
That sounds like par for
Familiar?
the course.
This obelisk is?
No, the eye of the deep.
What is the obelisk?
Fuck if I know.
Something
Language.
But it's
demanding,
talking to us.
demanding 3 truths of the 7 statements it gave you.
I would walk up to it and I would just speak out loud the 3 that I
What
proposed to the group.
Oh.
It was the sleeping Leviathan whose breath.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so that's number 5.
Yep. So number 1, number 5, number 7.
Okay. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Alright, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw for
You
me.
got it. I did that as Shazer, but no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That is 10 plus 11, 21.
Okay.
Plus
So
11.
good news.
Bless.
is You only take
Yeah, must be nice.
half of this.
Okay.
Remind us which.
157.
157.
Alright.
That's not it.
Correct.
Alright,
That's
so
because it's 135.
Because of the wording.
it's 24 points, so 12 points of damage because you only take half
Okay.
of psychic damage.
Psychic, I am resistant, so I take half of half.
Okay.
So I take 6.
You also take 1 level of exhaustion until rest, which technically you haven't rested yet, so I think that's not so bad.
Yeah. Alright, exhaustion is under conditions, right?
Yes.
Correct. All the way at the bottom.
All right at the bottom.
And whispers of Maleth now linger in your mind.
Oh, that's not new. Oh. I think I got the wrong answer. And also, I hear him again. It doesn't feel the same as when he's actually talking to me, but I hear him. Like when he does actually talk to me, I can't move.
Oath and roll a wisdom saving throw.
I didn't even speak!
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
No, son
Damn
of a...
it.
Alright, and
Keeping
then
my mouth shut.
by the way,
doesn't
did
help.
you say that you thought it was 135?
14.
14.
Essentially, you thought it was those parables.
Where are you currently keeping the mirror?
Okay, go ahead.
In a lead box,
And
right?
it's in a lead
In
box.
a lead box.
On you?
Yeah,
In my backpack.
always.
Okay.
The box I tried to
In
steal.
your head, you begin to hear whispers of, "It is time. It is time to free me, Othin.
Fucking fuckfo.
It is time to break the mirror and free me." You know the people with the ability to do this. It is time. Free me.
Oh
And
dear.
there's a part of you that really wants to free her.
May is back.
Something in my mind is telling me to free Meolith.
Oh shit.
Well, perhaps
I'm fighting it back, but it's becoming very persuasive.
Perhaps we need to solve this riddle as quickly as we can.
Somebody do something.
I'll submit Vision 1, Vision 3, and Vision 5.
Okay. So as you do this, you see these images before you on the map here.
Oh, looky there. A reference.
I was wondering what that was for.
Okay.
And they begin to, those are the shapes that you said begin to glow, this blue, and the obelisk begins to spin and begins to descend back into the water. But as it does, it sends out a holographic map of ley line fractures, like, are appearing above the pond now, and it's really hard to read it, but you get the feeling that this is probably a map to lead you to the eye of the deep.
Shit.
You don't have reference points. That's the only hard part about it, is it's just showing ley lines. Like,
Does it match any other kind of pattern, mnemonic,
and then it
mimetic?
right into your head, and it's like sears into your brain and vanishes.
Oh shit.
Although you can still see these ley lines in your head.
Do you ever watch The Mummy 2? Oh, that's what that reminds me of.
What?
The Mummy 2. The bracelet. It's like a big map, like whoosh. Do you ever see?
I did see that, yes.
That's
not,
what I was-
not associated with Gr8.
No, that's what I was picturing.
Exactly like that.
It's really
Similar,
cool.
yes.
I wish. Brendan Fraser.
Calm down.
He put on a lot of weight.
What's wrong with that, Bill?
He's still Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
Still would.
The first movie, one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, it's so good. The bisexual awakening, if you will. They call the
Oh, okay.
Mummy.
Not the Mummy.
I mean, he was a good-looking guy.
Well, the movie itself.
I mean, did you see how wide he could open his mouth? Like,
Get the shaft and both nuts in there.
Oh my gosh. Is it 6:22? Is it? I'm ready for a PB.
Malcolm, did you eat the entire bowl of
You
fruit?
want to go get one?
He's just taking the rest now.
All but
Oh, I forgot. I'm trying to get logged into Twitch so I can, jump in the chat. But
Okay, so
this is why Malcolm
It was
eats the
blowing
fruit
up.
because he ate all the.
I have a new computer, so I haven't been logged
I
in
had
yet.
some of the fruit.
Oh.
So tell me what I have superimposed over my vision.
You have these like ley lines in the water, and you feel like if you could just figure out how to, like, get a point of reference, you think you will be able to find the eye of the deep. But you need a point of reference,
Wow.
and right now you don't have that.
Oh,
I have cartographer's tools.
Okay, if you want to open
Can-
up his
can-
head and
can
start
try to
chiseling into his brain.
Help me put this on paper. Maybe we can use this to make some sort of physical map.
It
that we
looked like
can
ley lines,
orientate.
right?
It did.
I don't know that I should.
Okay.
Put it on paper.
The knowledge is dangerous.
Can
and if it were to leave
I
our hands-
do an Arcana check? I'm thinking that some place in what may be still standing of the college might have some maps of ley lines that might show topography.
Yeah.
as potentially 19.
Yeah.
I don't know if
you,
they
you
have
feel
it.
like
I
possibly
mean, if it's ley lines,
possibly university, possibly you don't know because you don't spend a lot of time with it, but possibly there might be those in the church that have
yeah,
books that have
maps of ley
information.
lines or something that there are some out there. So whether it's a big church or a university, we can come up with a map as a reference point. You have the map to it in your head, probably safest there, but we can figure this puzzle out.
Excuse me.
But it takes going to either the city, checking the church, or the university. Or
Somewhere
we
in
can go
Vassar,
back
yeah.
and do a party and see if he's got something there.
Well, it's a good thing we're headed there already.
Anything else you want to do before you guys try to rest again?
Yeah, because we're getting a lot of sleep tonight.
You staying
Twitch
here by
likes
the
Daddy
pond?
Master, by the way.
Daddy Master.
Daddy
They
Master.
hate my hoodie.
I'm
What?
still wearing it.
I hate.
This one?
Somebody called it an eye crime.
Oh, okay.
That's an
I hate.
icon.
By the way, I hate Daddy Master. Just for the record,
No, no.
it feels too juvenile.
I like Daddy Master and I like Klindong.
I like both.
Just saying,
You know,
throwing it out
in
there.
a weird
Daddy
light,
Master
that
feels
looks like a
oddly
tongue
juvenile.
sticking out.
Down here.
Yeah.
It's a Glinda mimic.
By the
Anyway,
way, who is Draconian Trouble? Because they're just straight taking notes for us in the chat. Like, thank you, Draconian Trouble.
Is it?
I was hoping that was your
I think
Rob.
that's.
Is that
I
the
think,
Rob?
I think that is the Rob.
Is it? Hey, Rob, we appreciate the notes if that's you, buddy.
Pretty sure he prefers the Rob.
I don't. I'm pretty sure you don't even know Rob. And
yeah.
I do.
Again, the Rob.
The Rob?
Business card says
Is it
the
Rob or
Rob.
the
I'm
Rob?
pretty sure.
Thank you, the Rob.
I'm pretty sure I would prefer for you to lick the base of my nuts to the tip of my dick.
Whoa.
So, carry on.
You're never beating those allegations, Brad.
Yeah.
That was a proposition.
That was.
I have no desire to beat the allegations.
It's on camera. The only thing he's gonna beat.
We're playing this for Christmas.
All right. That'll be a one shot.
Whoa!
So, moving on.
Gave me a task like it was difficult.
Gross, gross.
All right. So
I'm so glad I brought you guys into this whole world.
Me too.
I'm so happy about it.
Cut it out or I'm telling mom.
What?
I'm gonna tell her to start watching, see what she says.
That you sit quietly each week?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe, I know.
I know.
All right. So the overwhelming urge to break the mirror does pass. However, it's still there in the back of your mind, like maybe I should break this mirror.
I've seen your pride shirt too.
Like what could go wrong if I were to break this mirror?
A lot.
Literally everything.
A lot.
Well, you're probably right. It's probably best to keep it locked up.
Yes.
For now.
I would
Something
offer, but I am
something
carrying
is
enough right
holy.
now. I cannot.
You have called me baggage and enough now in the span of a few hours. I would like a little respect.
Put some respect on her name.
In my head, I am giving you a little respect. Very little.
When will you learn we are connected now?
Oh, I know we're connected.
We are one.
No,
Are you speaking out loud?
no, I'm not.
But your head is probably moving while you
Yeah.
talk. 'Cause that's how people.
Probably.
You know, sometimes you see those guys in downtown Grand Rapids that are
Yeah.
carrying on conversations
Yeah.
with themselves.
Yeah.
They're usually
Turns out
pushing a
they've
shopping
got-
cart.
Yes, turns out they have a demon inside of them and they're conversing. Okay?
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's what it looks like. So,
Apologies.
Turn it up.
She won't shut up. I have evidently offended her.
Multiple times.
Whoa.
Wow,
Calm
way to
down.
go.
Multiple times. Like there's something wrong with me. Everybody in your group is literally carrying worse than a demon inside of them.
That's
I
not
can't
fair.
hear this,
Not
but I would
inside
object
me.
if I could.
Yep.
Oh.
If I knew what you were saying,
And actually, in my head, I'm like, wait, everyone?
They're all so much darker. So much darker.
show me the receipts.
The gnome across from you, that is your light, literally carries more darkness than anyone else here.
We're not including you, right?
Slander.
Far more darkness than me.
Right now, I think you're making
No,
shit.
thank you, sir.
The halfling is trying to release Malith into the world. The gnome
Adam
is
did say
half
he
light,
prefers you
half
salty.
dark. I don't even want to begin with the dark elf over here who currently doesn't look like a dark elf, who's good one day and pure evil the next. And there's something fishy about this water person, this hobgoblin next to you. He's not telling you everything. And the bird. Don't get me started on the bird.
You know what? Keep
None of
it
that's
up, and I'll
wrong.
introduce the bird and his whatever to you.
His god.
Just got
Yeah, he's the captain.
Yes.
Commodore.
pegged
Captain.
by Lilith.
I'd like to point out, you thought I was crazy for wanting to be a god, but that's a god.
What kind of melon is this? Because it's not desirable.
It's cantaloupe or muskmelon.
Yeah.
Oh, muskmelon, that's my
Not
favorite.
my favorite.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
not my
Oh,
favorite.
it's my favorite.
Well, guess what? Cantaloupe, not associated with great
Give me
flavors.
that. Give me that. Don't throw that out. Give me
I'm
that.
not gonna throw it out. I'm gonna bring it back to the table.
It's like, no, I'm gonna eat it.
I was gonna bring it back out to catering, Bill.
So hot. Just
And then
one.
you just hand it back to me. No, I said, you fuck. Dude, I hope you stub your toe in the morning.
Well, now you're just leaving it
That's
funny.
just
You're just
mean.
teasing me with this melon.
Right, and you hit every red light on the way to work,
Damn.
even if that's only one.
Anyway,
Ruthless.
Fighting words.
Part even, right?
do you
No,
stay
no.
here for the night?
Fighting words? No, I don't know. I don't know. Can we move away from the water?
Is the obelisk just?
It sank back down.
Oh, okay.
So we're stabbing beds and checking water now wherever we
Hey.
are, right?
I just
I-
that just what was that?
Why did you roll initiative?
Why did it come up out of the water?
Sorry, I'm.
Oh, that was an accident. Remember?
Malika just states that he needs a minute and just goes for a walk. I just want to kind of go get behind some sort of even moderate cover. So I'm not extremely suspicious, but so I have some
There's a
cover.
couple trees.
And then I want to reach in and I want to pull out that orb of scrying
Okay.
and just hold it up
All right.
and just look into it.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
No, nothing.
Okay.
So if I just like blank my mind and look into it, do I see anything?
Roll a d20.
Okay. It's a nat 20.
Really?
Yeah. Look at it. See the runes?
Oh
That's
yeah.
a nat 20.
Baby.
That's a Viking nat 20.
All right. Interesting. Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right.
I think somebody in chat's taking notes, so.
Okay. So you rolled a nat 20, so you get 2 visions. You ready?
Yep.
Here we
I'm
go.
gonna rely on somebody else to take notes.
The first vision.
Come on, Draconian, you got my back?
You see a city, unlike any you've ever seen, burning, but not consumed. Massive towers of black iron rise from the ground like the bones of giants. Demons patrol the streets, dragging chains behind them that sing with whispers. From one balcony, you see a horned figure watching with flaming eyes. You realize you are staring at Maleth's fortress in the Nightmare Realm. The moment lasts only a breath, but you feel a deep psychic scorch on your soul, and you hear in your head, "The light that defied me will kneel before me."
And I hear him, and I feel like at this point he's engaging with me. Like
You heard
I-
that right before the vision disappeared.
Like there's some. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
But you get a second vision.
Yep.
Because you rolled a nat 20.
Beautiful.
Okay. You get
This is crazy.
a crimson temple on the sea floor. You see a sunken temple overgrown with coral and bones. Towering statues of long dead sea gods stand guard. In the heart, chained by glyphs, is a glowing eye, pulsing like a heartbeat. Around it swim shadows, creatures twisted by ocean magic. This is the Eye of the Deep. And in the distance, barely visible in the dark water, the drowned god awaits. You see Gawa floating in the temple, lifeless, arms wide. The vessel must die. And the image vanishes.
So when I see this, do I have a level of comprehension that Gawa is being puppeted or controlled like I have been?
You're not sure, yeah.
Like, does it feel like my relationship with Maleth? Like, do I feel like Gawa is trying to pull away and he's pulling back?
Possibly, yeah.
So I kind of relate to it a little bit when
Yeah.
I see it. But I can't contact him either. I have no... It dissipates, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the orb goes white again.
Then I take the orb and I put it back.
Okay.
Obviously, very concerned at that point. So that goes into that iron box that I have on my
Okay.
own, or lead box. While it's open, and then I'll close the box. And I want to take off the Ring of Domination
Okay.
and set it on top of the box.
Oh, okay.
And while it's sitting on top of the back box, then I cast a spell magic on it.
On the ring.
Yes,
What level can you cast that at?
I can cast that at 4th level,
Okay.
which is pretty significant for me.
It is.
Yep. Does it work?
It does not completely drain it of magic, but you do feel like you've weakened it.
Okay. So, I turn and I begin walking back to the camp.
Okay.
And now that I feel like it's not at least what it was, right?
Right.
I turn and I look at the water where the obelisk is and I throw the ring into it.
Into the water.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I go back to camp.
All right. Do you guys want to set up camp somewhere else then? Is that the feeling Gideon's sharing at least?
Yes, I concur.
You all agree nobody wants to sleep next to this pond?
Well,
Yes. I would like to leave.
Okay. How far do you want to go? Because it is dark.
not really sure it matters where we go. I don't think this obelisk could really... I mean, I think it came looking for us, essentially. Feels a little too coincidental.
Yeah. Agreed.
So I'm not really sure.
If the water's relevant,
Right.
do you propose we just make camp?
Well, that's, I don't mind leaving. I just know that we are what? We were into our first watch.
Yeah. Nope, it's finished. We finished resting in the water.
So you finish resting.
Goalie's the voice of reason.
All right. You each have a vision that night as you sleep.
God dang.
5 of you have one vision, and 1 of you has a different vision. So
Interesting.
I wonder who it is.
I'll start with the 5 of you that have the same vision. Okay? You see yourself sinking below a violent sea, deeper than anything natural. The water grows cold, crushing, and silent. As you descend, the light vanishes, and in the void, a colossal structure becomes visible. An enormous eye, ancient and unnatural, embedded in the ocean floor, half buried in silt and coral. It's not alive, but it sees you. The water churns as the eye pulses. Each character hears the same words in your mind, not spoken, but poured into your thoughts. The eye waits. Beneath the turning storm, it watches still. Only those who descend in truth may awaken what was forgotten. And you understand instinctively, you must find the whirlpool of silence, a legendary place whispered about in forgotten sailor myths. And there, beneath its spiraling mouth, lies the eye of the deep. So that's what 5 of you dream. Golly, your dream is different. No. The eye turns only for you, and a tide of red fills the water. Your body floats limp, blood mingling with brine, drifting alone in the abyss, and the eye pulses with malice. A voice that sounds like gurgling water and cracking pressure says, "You belong to me." The sea reclaims its own. Beneath the eye, you will drown in truth. And that is where we are going to take our first break of the evening as you all wake. You can decide if you want to share your dreams with each other or not. And we will find out when we come back from our intermission. We'll see you very shortly.
Shadow Rift gemstones, casting spells at night. A warlock's delight, causing terror and fright. Black and white swirling green foil sheen. In the gaming realm, they reign supreme. So when your patron calls and the shadows align, reach for your gemstones, let magic entwine. Let the dice dance in your warlock's trance with Shadow Rift gemstones with nothing to chance. Shadow Rift gemstone, wielded by Malika.
All right, everybody put your dicks away. We are back. Welcome back to Great Chaos. And I would say at least 90% of us have put our dicks away. So,
I couldn't reach mine to get it out.
So, before we went to break, the group had some visions. They saw an obelisk rise out of the water.
Damn it, I was just gonna do that.
It seemed like
Adam just turned his hat backwards and I was about to.
everybody had a pretty good vision, except Gao. He's seen himself die twice tonight so far.
No, you're not.
The horrors
You just
persist.
do it.
Yes. So,
Sup?
it is morning. You all wake up, mostly refreshed, except if you dreamed of yourself dying, but you still got a full night's rest. What would you all like to do in the morning?
Kumbaya.
Do you talk about your dreams? Do you
Okay.
do therapy for each other? Breakfast, back rubs, what are we doing here?
Whoa.
Spot of tea, and then yeah, perhaps I would divulge that I had yet another concerning dream.
What was concerning about your dream?
Everything?
You all had a nice dream about the eye awaiting you.
It was lovely.
Who are you telling about your dream?
Whomever is listening to me, I guess.
Okay.
As I stumble around with my kettle.
Yep, same dream. Yep. Yep.
Something really wants us to go. and find this eye. I almost feel as if I'm being beaten on the head with this eye.
That looks awfully good.
My husband?
Whoa.
Oh, I pointed. I was like, yeah.
For those at home, I'm pointing at licorice, not Jason's wiener.
Same size though.
That's where I was going.
Wow.
How many, you got any of those for sharesies?
Yeah, I gotta come over and grab them though.
Don't tempt me. Don't make an offering. You're not willing to commit.
Who is sharing what they actually had? Who is sharing their dream?
You started talking, so yeah, I'm like, I just same dream.
And then he says,
Would Shazer or Othin or Gala or Malika share anything about their dream?
Same exact dream.
Othin did not have a dream.
But you did.
yeah, you did.
I had a dream.
You had the same dream. Oh, that's right.
You were talking
You
to
left the
David.
room to play with yourself. I forgot.
Must have been a short dream because it didn't take long.
You had a dream that you were descending.
We suffer more.
No, you descended beneath the waves, an enormous eye that saw you.
Don't like it.
And you heard that the eye awaits beneath the turning storm, and only those who descend in truth may awaken what was forgotten. That was your dream.
All of these dreams. We suffer more in imagination than we do in reality.
It is not imagination.
It is until it happens.
I believe these are more akin to premonitions.
No, it feels like we're being pushed to me.
As the group's expert on premonitions, do these feel
Premonition.
feel like are they portentous? Are they actual foresight, or do they feel more like
You do feel like
somebody's wishful thinking, or somebody with a finger on the scale?
roll insight check for me.
Insight. 25.
25. I'm going to text you.
I'm going to receive that text.
Secrets don't make friends.
We're married.
Not in the game.
As far as you know.
Ooh. Somebody guess.
Gawa's, this is not canon, but Gawa's actually a bigamist.
Did that go through?
Just now.
There.
As I suspected.
So, what would you all like to do? Are you still
Travel onward.
back to Vassardell?
Yep.
All right. The next day goes by blessedly uneventful. You all make your way back to Vassardell as winter's still hanging on, but it's getting close to being over. And the exciting part is now for you, it's going to get warmer. Spring is coming, and with it the spring games. the opportunity to, for some, maybe to participate in the tournament again. For others, maybe to find the information you're looking for.
When we arrive in Vasterdale, I need to go to the magic object shop. What was the name of it? I know it's in my notes.
The
Teller's
new
Magnificence?
Teller's Magnificence.
Yes, the new Teller's Magnificence.
Yes.
I would like to travel there, please.
Okay.
And let everybody know I'm headed to Teller's Magnificence if anybody wants to tag along. But before we check in with everybody and might maybe get swept up in something, I have something I have to take care of.
I don't think I've ever been.
Oh, really?
Perhaps I will join you.
Do I know that it's rebuilt or
Yeah.
I know the condition it's in now?
Oh, it's been redone. Yeah.
I will join you.
It's a beautiful shop, Goalie. They make all kinds of enchanted magic things. I think Othin has a few items from there. Or maybe had and sold, but either way, we're repeat customers. Don't we get a discount there? Or do we have a deal at Tellers? No?
Not anymore.
That's with the old
Yes.
with the old management? Okay, so I'll head to Tellers and see what awaits me.
Okay, so who's going there? You are, and you are. You are. Okay. What about Gawa and Shazer?
Shazer will also go to Tellers.
Gawa will tag along.
Okay. All right.
So we arrive at Tellers, right? I can't wait.
Are you ready?
Anticipation.
All right. Lavish tapestries of shifting constellations line the interior, and shelves brim with enchanted trinkets, spell-infused gemstones, and peculiar oddities that whisper when handled. The truly mystifying place about the new shop, though, is the owner. Okay.
Yep.
The owner refers to himself as Teller, a man of advanced years with a gaunt face, silvered hair cascading to his shoulders, and piercing gray eyes that seem to shift hues with his mood. When you walk in, he's standing behind the counter, and he looks up at you. What
Hello.
can I do for you?
We are part of the Light of Vasterdale.
I know who you are.
Okay. I have many items that I don't need anymore, but I do have a couple of things that I may need. So I'm kind of looking to work out a deal, a negotiation. Would you accept a trade, or do you only deal in funds?
He's here for trade. And from the balcony up above, you see the same man lean over, the exact same man. Trade, you say? I'd be interested in learning of what you have to trade.
That's a really cool trick. Is that an illusion, or is he real?
Which one of us? They both say.
The one up there.
I'm real.
Okay, is the one down there real?
It's like, I'm real.
Interesting. I want to reach out and see if I can pass my hand through the one in front of me.
You're like touching
Just
him.
touch him?
He's just like,
So you're not an illusion.
no,
Interesting.
I'm not.
I apologize. So I have the need for some armor. Would you recommend that I go to Wilhelm's to get? I want like the last set I'll ever need. Would that be at Wilhelm's, or is that something that you would have here that perhaps would be enchanted to aid me in my journeys?
I always say if you bring armor to us, we can enchant it. But what specifically are you looking for?
I like the protection my shield provides for those around me. I would like. I've seen others with essentially my shield but their entire armor is made of it. I believe it's called plate. I saw some guard members with it. Something like that, where I'm totally covered by my shield and can protect everyone around me.
We do have some armor here, but our armor isn't just protection, it's prophecy.
Interesting.
Each piece of our armor holds a story.
How many?
Some unfinished stories, some forgotten.
How many pieces do you have?
Let's go take a look, shall we? And he moves his arm like this, and then these shells just start spinning.
Yes.
And this armor shows up. First,
I think we came to the right place.
Cully's eyes are very big.
he points to the first one that is like, it's really hard. It's got these bluish green scales on it, and it's hard to tell what it's from. He calls it worm skin mantle.
Okay. You said bluish?
Bluish green.
Okay.
And it's like the color almost changes as you look at it.
Ooh. Pearlescent. Okay.
I always tell people, you want your story to make sense to where you're going. The next one is a set of plate mail. Jet black plate armor with faint silver inscriptions that seem to shift almost like in a smoky haze. You want to take the right item to the right place.
I feel like that armor represents where I've been and not where I'm going.
Okay. There's a breastplate that looks very, very lightweight, and yet it looks like it molds around the person that might wear it.
Could you show me the next, please?
There's a suit of scale mail that he tells you, this is a brine guard shell.
Brine guard.
I grew this from the exoskeleton of a drowned leviathan.
Interesting. I've seen visions of those.
Well,
Do you have any others?
he has a hooded cloak that's sewn with threads of mithril.
Okay.
What's the skinny on that?
Yeah. Is that the last piece?
Nope.
Okay. You said okay.
We'll go through.
Yep.
We have time.
Yeah, we do.
A set of half plate next, glowing faintly with runes,
Ooh.
burned into the metal by elemental flame.
Oh. Okay. That's beautiful, by the way. But I don't know that it's what I'm looking for.
He has, it almost looks like a pair of shoulder pads
Okay.
made out of crystal that glow.
Incredible. Incredible.
Glam.
That's still not quite it, but again, amazing.
So those are the ones he has right now.
Okay, so
Any that you'd like to know more about?
yes. Go ahead, Kev.
The cloak with the sewn in mithril.
Alright. The Shroud of the Last Sentinel. It's a hooded cloak sewn with threads of mithril. The first attack made against you each day automatically misses, no matter what. Wow. Even if it would be a critical hit.
Punch him in the morning every day.
What's that?
First thing, just take a swing at him. Just testing your armor.
Yep. Still works. Unreal.
However, you always
Harder.
also you always know if someone is lying to you, but you can never reveal the truth out loud.
Ever? You can't ever tell anybody that somebody's lying?
You can, you just can't reveal the actual truth out loud.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
I swear I didn't punch him.
I will warn you on this one. This cloak, should you choose to buy it, bonds with your shadow.
Light and no sugar.
If you remove it,
Only 100
your
grams.
shadow may decide to stay behind with the cloak.
Like Peter Pan. Not associated.
Not familiar.
I'm
Sounds like some
interested
fake trade to me.
in the crystal and the breastplate that molds.
Okay. Alright. The shoulder pads?
Yeah.
Okay. They do require attunement. Well worn. They grant a +1 armor class. And you get advantage anytime you must make a death saving throw. Which could be good for you.
We broke 2 ones.
When you would be reduced to 0 hit points, the shard inside the shoulder pad explodes in a radiant light, reviving you with half your initial hit points, and it deals 3d10 radiant damage to all hostile creatures within 10 feet.
Damn!
That's intriguing.
And that was which one?
That is the shoulder pads.
Oh, yeah.
A little out of style,
How
but
much are those?
those are 40,000 gold.
Jesus. Okay. And then the breastplate?
You guys have access to some gold now.
Yeah, you said it was how much?
40,000.
Okay. Did anybody ask about the scale mill?
Do you remember how much you guys found when you were fighting with the dragon? Did anybody write that down?
15,000 gold.
Each?
Yes.
I thought it was 15,000
No,
gold.
it was
No,
15
it was
each.
each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did we split up the
And there was more
stuff
than
for
that.
Oh, yeah.
There were gems.
There's I have so many gems. I have so much.
Oh,
It's
ain't got
ridiculous.
Shit.
Well, you gave it all away.
When
you
I
had more than any of us.
when
You gave
I
it all
did the
away.
math after that, you should have each
That's why
had
I'm
50,
giving it
basically
away.
the equivalent of you each had 50,000 gold.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I had drastically
I
more
only
than that
put
because
in
I had been
15.
hustling.
Right. But just from that,
Okay.
you each have a 50,000.
From the dragon?
Yes, that battle.
Yep.
Okay, so I should have.
So you
okay.
should have
You should have
50,000 in there plus
50,000.
whatever you already have because we
Yeah.
picked up 50.
Okay. And then you said the breastplate was.
I didn't do that.
Let me go find the breastplates.
Did anybody grab that Warhammer from the dragon, or do I have that?
Okay, that was the question. I don't know where the adjudicator, the cloak, the ring you have, right?
Which ring?
The ring of
No, the ring of
Oath.
Undying Oath.
I do not.
You have that one.
I do
Yeah?
not.
No?
I have the Night Fang blade,
Okay.
and that was all I had from that.
I know I took the crown, and I don't.
I don't think
remember
Gala
what
and I
else
took
was
anything
holding
from
on.
that.
We did not.
Oh,
Okay.
and a Warhammer, and I got a Warhammer.
Okay. So,
Okay, the lightweight
Cloak and the ring, I
breastplate
don't
is
know
called
what
the
that is.
Veil Steel.
Yep. Veil steel.
The Veil Steel, when you wear it, it's transparent.
Oh.
Oh boy.
If someone
It's the King's
strikes you, it actually makes a musical note.
That's cute.
It's a +1 breastplate for armor class purposes. It grants advantage on dexterity checks. Once per day, you may use it to become invisible for 1 minute, but you cannot attack or cast spells during the time you're invisible. While invisible, voices whisper warnings to you, granting you on advantage on any saving throws.
Oh.
And how much is that?
That one is 35,000
That's pretty cool.
And you said that makes a musical note when you're struck?
when you're struck, yes.
That sounds like that would be great for Tane Corn.
But would he wear it?
I don't know. But I think perhaps we should tell him about it if none of us are going to acquire it today. The scale mail. Did we go over that?
The pseudoscale mail grown from the exoskeleton of a drowned leviathan.
Yeah, that one.
The brine guard shell. That is a +1 scale mail.
Okay.
It grants the ability to breathe underwater and communicate simple ideas with aquatic beasts.
Oh my god.
Once per long rest, you may summon a wave of seawater per the tidal wave spell.
Once per long rest.
Mhm.
Tidal wave.
Yes.
Okay. Is that it? Is that not enough?
It's pretty cool, huh?
And how much is that?
That one is also 40,000.
Okay. So, I really like the half plate. I'm not so interested in the flame aspect of it.
Which one? The
The-
jet black one or no?
The eternal flame one.
Alright, hold on.
What was the black one? The one that felt a little dark to me. Could you describe that to me, please?
Let's see. There's the plate of the hollow oath. That's the jet black plate.
That's the one with the silver in it, right?
with the faint silver
Yes.
inscriptions.
Yes, that one, please.
Okay, so that's +2 plate armor.
Holy, okay.
It grants advantage on saves against fear and charm.
Okay.
Once per long rest, if the wearer drops to 0, they remain standing with 1 hit point
Wow.
and cannot be reduced below that 1 hit point until the end of their next turn.
Are you kidding?
So if an attack comes in that would finish you,
And then I have my next turn to lay hands or heal or do
Yes.
whatever before I drop.
Yes.
That's insane.
so it could still drop you after that,
Yeah.
but
And that costs how much?
that is also 40,000.
Okay.
Now,
So,
hold
yes.
on. There's a
holding.
curse to this.
I'm holding.
The armor remembers oath you make. If you break a promise while wearing it, it subtracts 1 from your armor class.
So obviously out of game, so it's paladin armor. It's oathbreaker armor.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's called
Okay,
Plate
sorry.
of the Hollow Oath.
Wow. Okay. So I'm very interested in the Plate of the Hollow Oath. Is anybody else? Okay, so
I'm keeping the shoulder pads in the back of my mind.
okay.
You haven't bought them yet. You're just wondering
Yep.
what you would look like if you wore them.
You just walk
So,
around with them
2
on.
inches tall.
Did you say that you would do trade?
Depending on if what you have is of value.
Okay, so being somebody who's interested in the arcane, and I see all these objects around you, you don't perhaps have any interest in mechanical constructs, do you?
Mechanical constructs.
Yes, I believe my friend Bjorn called them robots,
We do not.
enchanted robots.
We do not deal in those. No.
Golems.
Yes, because I have the heart of one, and I'd hold up the core. So is this something you would be interested in?
Perhaps.
Okay, so how much would you give me in trade for this? So I want that plate armor. So obviously we're talking about 40. How much does this give me towards the plate of the hollow
I
oak?
would put 5,000 towards it.
Okay, that's a deal. And then I also have, you're gonna love this. Oh man, I have 2 emeralds that are valued at 1,000 to those that deal in gems. I know that that's not your trade. So I have 2 rubies that are worth 5,000 each. So that would be 12,000 in value to a gems dealer. What would you give me for those gems?
9,000.
Okay. Deal. The gems are yours. Now, I have 3 dragon scales from a young black dragon. What would you consider the value of those to be, or would you have any interest in dragon scales? I could throw in the claws as well. I have the head, but it's pretty disgusting. I don't think you want that. Quite frankly, I don't. I'll give it to you if you want to just put it in a jar or something. There's another place I know I could bring it to, but I'd like to offload it, frankly.
If you want to part with all of it, we'll give you another 5,000 for all of it.
Okay. So that's at 21,000 currently?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I also, as I see you like to enchant and you deal in magic, I have a scroll that gives anyone the ability to cast Dimension Door. Are you familiar with the spell?
I am.
I learned it recently. It's really fun. Would you be interested in that?
Let's see. Dimension Door Scroll.
Yep, just Dimension Door Scroll. It's a green item that we picked up a while back. Actually, Gawa and I both learned the spell, and then obviously I don't have any use for the scroll now.
That would be worth 2,500.
Really?
I need
Okay.
a bag of holding so I can just start collecting shit.
Yeah.
Right?
We might as well just break this out. I don't know why I'm doing this on paper. Okay. So, I will include that as well. I also have a +1 breastplate that obviously I won't need if I acquire this armor. Would you like to take it and enchant it? Obviously, I know it's not of high value. It's just basic breastplate.
It's a +1 breastplate or no?
Yes, I have a +1 breastplate.
Okay.
And a basic one, and I'll throw them both together because I don't need either of them. I have a non-magical and a magical breastplate. Sorry, I'm taking all this
That
time,
would
guys.
be worth 1,500 gold.
Okay, I will include both of those as well.
Okay.
And I think I had one more. Ah, yes. And lastly, I know that weapons aren't necessarily your trade, but I have a cursed item, and I produced my father's spear. It's called the Suffering's End. A demon took hold of it. I believe it's passed into other objects on me now, but a curse may still remain. I'm willing to release it now.
Interesting. A blade with a story.
A huge story.
2,500 for
Deal.
the story more than the blade.
Deal. It is +1, it's magical. It also allows people to be prepared for battle. So, I noticed that not always as prepared as I'd like to be, but it made me more prepared. So, and then that puts us at 14,500. Are you at the same count? 14,500 gold?
Sounds right.
Okay, I will give you the 14,500 gold and all of the inventory and trade and
And which one did you
the
take?
plate of the hollow oath.
Okay.
And
And you
I'm
have
done.
all the benefits of that, right?
I'll get it from you later.
Okay. Well, let me-
Well, we can build it out too, right?
yeah.
Or did you already build it?
I did not put it in D&D and Beyond yet.
Okay. So I actually paid 14,500.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are you able to pull magic out of an item and put it into another item?
Tricky business that. But it is possible, depending on the item and what type of magic is bestowed upon it. Again, every item has a story to tell, so it depends.
Okay.
Alright, so remember, don't break your promises while wearing that armor.
Understood.
And I love that we now know this because we listened to him
Yeah.
tell him that.
Oh yeah. So you guys
Like, promise
you guys
me,
can- right.
promise
Yeah.
me, motherfucker.
That's terrible. You guys can hold me accountable. real quick sidebar, I did want to offer Goalie the white wand of smiles. That just puts people in a better mood when you use it, because I don't know what to do with
Doesn't
it.
necessarily put them in a better mood. It makes them smile.
Yes, do you want a wand of smiles? Because I don't want it anymore.
Sell it.
Okay, give it to Othan, because he's working on something right now. There you go. You have a white wand of smiles.
A white wand of smiles.
Yep. I got it forever ago, and it just makes people smile.
Okay.
Who doesn't want a wand of smile?
Figured I wasn't missing much.
Nope.
Some
just,
trade,
Just me
shopping,
wheeling
shopping.
and dealing. Just wheeling and dealing. Yep, shopping episode.
I have this Night Fang dagger,
Okay.
and I was wondering if it was possible to pull all the magic out of this and put it into a rapier or a short sword.
What does it do?
It deals extra damage of the necrotic type. And if it scores a really good hit, the shadow leaves and becomes a shadow rend to fight for me.
That's insane.
But it is also cursed. Sometimes I don't make the wisest decisions.
And you want this?
And if I died when using this, I could end up as a wraith under the control of Laria.
And this is something you want to keep?
Well,
Is she not dead?
So I feel like the curse is not so much of a curse anymore. Or that part of it.
Is this,
Maybe I'd get you if you died while using it.
In your head you hear, that's interesting. That's extremely interesting. There's only one way to find out.
No.
Well, it doesn't have to be him. It could be someone else. Get him to let somebody less important use the dagger.
I've already got a magical sword. If we could add the magic to this other sword.
Mixing magics is dangerous. Very dangerous.
That's why I'm here. I feel like you're far more capable than any other.
We could possibly move this to another item, but it would not be able to move to an item that's already in possession of magic.
And how long would that take?
A couple days.
Oh, also, when I put that orb in the iron box, I took the coins out of the iron box and
Okay.
just transferred them to my component pouch.
Okay,
So they're now on my person.
that's fair. All right.
Or maybe do you have some other weapons that are already more potent than what I carry?
Let's see. What specifically are you looking for?
I prefer light one-handed swords, rapiers, short swords,
Alright.
possibly a long sword. I'm also able to wield those one-handed.
Alright, let's go take a look. Weapons, alright. There's the... What about a scimitar? Can you use a scimitar?
I can use all weapons, but
I'm just looking for ones that you're more familiar with. Scimitar is very similar to a rapier or short sword in a way. It's different than a long sword, I suppose. Different than a great sword. I don't know if it fits with you. You were looking for a short sword or a rapier?
yes, sir.
I do have Ashen Fang, Blade of the Fireborn. Does require attunement, but it is a blackened steel blade that glows with flickering embers. When you hit a creature, it must make a Constitution saving throw, DC 17, or suffer 1d8 fire damage at the start of its turn, every turn unless it spends an action to douse the flame. It also has Firewalker's Edge, which means you are immune to fire damage while wielding this weapon. Not resistant, immune. And then, my favorite part. Once per day, it has Dragon's Roar. You can unleash a 30-foot cone of fire. Dexterity save DC 16.
Don't give that to Shazer.
6d10 fire damage. Half on a saving throw.
So if I hit somebody multiple times and they fail the Constitution saving throw multiple times, is that multiple flames they must extinguish?
No. Nope. But anything that's not on fire that you hit would then start on fire.
So what kind of weapon is this?
That is a short sword. A short sword crafted of blackened steel with glowing, flickering embers.
How much is that?
That is 50,000.
Do you have anything else? That's very tempting.
Well, there was the scimitar, but you weren't keen on that, you didn't think. But that's called the Edge of the Eclipse. Also does require attunement. A blade forged in twilight, shimmering between shadow and steel. It gives you certain abilities. 1, Shadow Step. As a bonus action, you can teleport up to 30 feet into dimly lit or dark areas. So you have to have dimly lit or dark area to do it. It has Eclipsing Strike. Deals an additional 3d8 necrotic damage if you are attuned to it. And then it has Balance of Night and Day. So if you take radiant or necrotic damage, you regain hit points equal to half the damage you took.
Of radiant or necrotic?
Yes. So if you took 20 points of radiant damage, you would heal 10 points.
And not take any damage.
No. You'd still, basically it's almost like it does half damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that all you have for the swords? Perhaps a long sword?
Those are the only 2 swords I currently have.
Let me mull over this. How much is that?
That one's also 50,000.
How much to have that magic put into a different blade?
Without blowing yourself up.
Obviously.
40,000.
An additional 40?
40,000, we could take that and put it into a non-magical blade for you.
So that'd be total of 90.
If you were buying another weapon on top of that, yeah.
Hey guys, who got the Amulet of Winter Warden?
I thought Shazer did.
Is it the wearer can cast control weather once
Yes,
a week?
Shazer took that.
And I have the Dark Steel Shield still.
Anything else anyone would like to look at the enchanter shop?
And so I'm assuming it's 40,000 if I just have this night thing put into a different weapon,
Yes.
it'll be 40,000.
Yep.
So do we know what happened to Lamless?
You
The,
don't.
the old shop owner?
Nobody knows.
Okay. So I would ask him that, like, what do you know what happened to Lamless? It was Lamless Amkir, right?
Yes.
Where is he now?
I believe he passed from the university battle.
He passed? He was a powerful wizard.
He was, but he was targeted early.
Okay. Did you see him fall?
I did not. I came to Bassadel after. As did I.
Ah, yes. Lastly, I know, again, not your trade, but do you have anything that aids with healing for my friends?
That is not our trade, yes.
That's fine. Thank you so much for your time.
2 things. I have the suspicion that I might need something to help me survive underwater. Nothing fancy, just something that'll help me move and survive underwater. Going diving. Or so saith all the portent.
Let's take a look.
And do you have anything better than this whip?
Okay.
That's a whip.
You want a whip. We'll get back to that.
That's fine.
I do have a helm of the Abyssal Voice. I don't know if you're interested in a helm. It's a deep blue helm etched with coral patterns. It allows you to breathe underwater indefinitely. Grants telepathic communication 120 feet with any creature that can breathe water,
Aquaman.
including those creatures currently
Not
under
related.
a water breathing spell.
Okay.
And once per long rest, you can dominate beasts on a challenge rating 3 or lower aquatic creature. So that's what the helm does. There is a barnacle cloak. It looks like it has living barnacles embedded along the hem, and they seem to twitch around and actually hiss. It grants advantage on stealth while underwater. Once per short rest, it can harden into a spiny shell, giving +2 armor class for 1 minute and dealing 1d6 piercing damage to anyone who strikes you in melee combat.
Okay.
While submerged, wearing that cloak, you also gain dark vision up to 60 feet. There are bracers of the crushing depths. While you wear these underwater, all of your melee attacks deal an additional +2 force damage. And you are unaffected by strong currents and cannot be knocked prone while underwater.
But it doesn't let me breathe underwater.
It does not. Let's see.
All extravagant. Nothing.
Belt of the Deep Walker. You look like a belt guy. Grants you swim speed equal to your walking speed +10 feet. You can walk on the ocean floor as though under the effect of freedom of movement. Once per long rest, you can cast water breathing, no concentration, for 8 hours.
Does that require attunement?
The belt. It does not say that.
What about the helm?
Helm. No attunement necessary.
How much is the helm?
The helm is 20,000.
What about the bracers?
The bracers are 30,000.
How much for the belt?
The belt is 20,000. There's also a coral lamp of Thal Kashar. It's rare, it's also cursed.
We're skipping that one.
Well,
Yep.
learn about it, you might want it. creates a 30-foot radius of magical light that reveals all invisible creatures underwater. Once per day, you can open a temporary passage to a hidden aquatic lair, trench, or ruin. The only bad part is each time you use it, there's a 10% cumulative chance the drowned god notices you.
No.
No. Not interested.
All right. You have any whips better than this?
Whips. Let's see what whips we have. Man, is there anything in the whip section?
Probably not.
Hang on, let me look.
Or anything I can gems I can attach to the hilt of this to make it slightly
Alright,
more effective.
there is a whisper lash. Does require attunement. It is silent on attack, grants advantage on stealth. On a hit, the target must succeed on a DC 15 wisdom saving throw or be silenced until the end of their next turn. Once per long rest, you can cast the silence spell centered on the whip. There is the Tongue of the Sea Witch. While underwater, this whip deals 1d8 lightning damage instead of normal damage. On a hit, you may force the target to make a strength saving throw or be pulled 10 feet towards you. Once per long rest, you can cast Control Water using the whip as the focus.
Ooh. That's cool.
And if you're attuned to it, you gain resistance to cold damage.
Nothing you can add to this whip then?
To that whip, maybe not. What about... Perhaps you're the kind of man that wants Thorn Coil the Blood Reminder. On a critical hit, this whip causes bleeding wounds that deal an additional 2d4 damage at the start of every turn until the creature is magically healed. Once per long rest, you can declare a blood chain if the target is bleeding. You may tether yourself to them for 1 minute. They cannot move more than 30 feet from you without making a DC 17 strength check. And you regain 1d6 hit points whenever a creature tethered this way bleeds and takes more damage.
I'm not really too much for pulling things towards me or close quarters, so I'm gonna.
What about the Lash of Echoing Wrath? My last whip. It requires attunement. Can be used as a spell casting focus. When you hit a creature with the whip, you may immediately cast a cantrip as a bonus action targeting the same creature. Once per long rest, you can also cast Phantasmal Killer through the whip. The target sees themselves chained and lashed by unseen hands.
Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, correct?
You'd have to know the
Okay, right,
cantrip
like
to cast
that.
it through it.
But I'm saying Malika. That can be useful for Malika.
How much is that one?
That whip is 25,000.
And that does require attunement?
It does, yes.
So it channels the cantrip through it?
It does.
Or
yes.
allows you to...
Cast says when you hit a creature with the whip, you may immediately cast a cantrip as a bonus action targeting the same creature that you just hit.
Nope. I feel lower.
But that does normal whip damage.
Yes.
That's pansy whip.
You asked. I'm just telling you about the whips
I
thing.
know.
Are you gonna get anything, Gawa?
I'll wait my turn.
Okay. Price on that whip,
25,000.
25, and then you go, Gala.
Okay. What are you looking for?
What would you sell a man who needs to kill a god?
Well,
Straight to the point.
Sorry.
Okay.
he moves his arm like this. And a crystal ball appears. He says, would you place both your hands upon this? You're safe inside my shop, I promise you that.
I'll believe that when I see it.
Well,
Gingerly, one hand at a time.
okay. Ask your question again.
What would you sell a man who needs to kill a god?
It turns into a big wiener.
Come on.
Gawa unhinges his jaw.
Jesus.
Damn.
Hold on.
Like the mummy.
Oh my god. Are you okay, Austin?
Love you too, babe.
This dagger appears and he summons it right there before you and it's floating in the air, like twirling around. Interesting. I wasn't sure what it would show you. It's this long, rusted looking dagger, but the longer you look at it, the more it seems to shimmer with every color and then become devoid of color.
And is this your inventory that we're looking at?
What?
They're something they can sell me.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
It is a +3 magical dagger.
Oh boy.
Normally, it deals 2d8 necrotic damage in addition to its normal damage. It 100% ignores any divine resistance or divine immunity. It crits on a 19 or 20. And if it hits a demigod or godlike creature, they must succeed on a DC 20 Constitution saving throw or lose one legendary action for 1 minute.
You know how many times I could stab that mofo with that thing?
When you wound a divine being, you temporarily tether its soul to the blade. Until the start of your next turn, any demigod or god cannot teleport, phase, or plane shift.
And how much is that going to set a bitch back?
Give me your hands. He grabs onto them with immense strength. And you feel him like your energy of your whole body is like pulsing through it. It's like he's seeing inside your soul.
Gross.
Like total old man strength, like just holding on. Finally, let's go. You feel drained. You need to kill a god before a god kills you.
I would hope that that would be evident.
For you, 40,000.
Touch my hands.
Let me ask you about one more, or tell you about one more piece that makes this so special. If you are able to kill a creature with a divine spark, a god, a demigod, a celestial, You can choose with this dagger to consume a piece of its essence. You will regain all hit points, remove any exhaustion, and for 24 hours, you will inherit one of that god's abilities.
Hold on, this is separate from the dagger?
That's part of the dagger.
Oh. Shit, I should have written that down. Well, I'm buying it.
In my head, I'm pretty certain I'm saying, down girl, no.
Use that.
Down girl.
Set me heel.
Cool. Put that on the buying pile.
Okay. There's a cost to every.
I know how capitalism works.
There's a cost to that feature, though. Should you use that feature to absorb a divine spark? Should you ever need resurrection, it will raise the DC by 2 permanently. Just know that.
I know nothing of resurrection, so that means very little to me. And
He's got to do not resurrect.
I slap the staff, winged boots, cloak of the glacier,
Okay.
and my scale mail on the counter.
I'll give you 15,000 for them all together.
And that would put me at 25. Remind me what the cost was.
For the dagger?
No.
No.
The brine guard shell.
The armor?
Yeah.
Oh man, hang on. Making me go back here. Hold on.
Oh yeah. I want to say that was 35.
It was 35,000. Yep.
I will
Way too much.
pull out the sentient dagger
What are you pulling out?
and rest it on the counter.
Interesting. Very interesting. A piece like this, intelligent design. 25,000 I offer you.
Though it breaks my heart. It is for
I
sale.
can help you.
Yeah, do you need money?
It doesn't actually break my heart. Yeah, sold. And
Traitor.
ouch, headache, migraine.
Gone.
He doesn't actually handle the dagger since he heard it talk to you. He magically lifts it and places it in the case.
That's fine. Okay. So let me do some quick maths here.
The brine guard shell was the other one you wanted?
Yeah.
You should owe 35,000 still.
The brine guard shell's 35. If you just gave up the dagger for 25,000, that means you owe 10.
And you sold everything else for 15.
So now they owe you 5, but then you bought the dagger for 40, so yes, 35.
Okay.
Isn't this where I bought the bow?
Yes.
Oh shit. Got any staves?
I thought.
I didn't buy anything last time, so I only have more money
Or wands, really.
this time.
There was a staff of the arcane conflux, does require attunement. A staff forged from woven strands of pure magic. It has the ability, once per day, spell amplification. You can double the effect of a single spell. It has arcane recovery. Once per long rest, you can regain a 5th level spell slot. And it had reality shift. Once per day, you can teleport up to 500 feet instantaneously.
What if we can't access 5th level spells yet?
Well, then
Get good, scrub.
it's probably not a good piece for you.
Probably not.
That was the only staff I see.
Wand.
I'm looking. There was the amulet of the Nether Veil, a swirling black gem encased in an unknown metal. The abilities are Shroud of the Veil. Once per day, you can be completely undetectable for 1 minute. Echo of the Forgotten. You can cast greater invisibility once per long rest. And it has Fate Twister, which means when you are reduced to 0 hit points, you roll a d20, and if you roll a 15 or higher, you instead remain at 1 hit point.
That's very neat, but that is not one of my needs.
Alright. Let's see.
What if I just buy back my +1 staff instead?
Well, you can certainly do that. You didn't want the other staff? Let me see if there was any other staffs.
It's very
There's a
cool,
ton of
but
shit in here,
I'm thinking helm, bracers, and whip.
I'm thinking about in the scimitar.
The belt of daddy's ass whooping.
is it white?
Once per day.
It was.
Once per day, you can take the person you're fighting over your knee.
It's got a ratchet in there.
Alright.
Whoa.
Doesn't awaken anything in me.
Let's see.
I love those ratchet belts. They're so convenient.
I don't know if you want a staff that has to do with the dead. There's a staff of hollow echoes. You can speak with dead without using a spell slot. Once per long rest, you may ask a question to the void itself. The DM will give you a cryptic, often uncomfortable truth. And while holding the staff,
He
you
does
can-
that anyways.
It's
Yeah,
fair.
he does.
When holding the staff,
Yeah,
you
he
can
does.
hear whispers of any creature that has died within 300 feet in the last 24 hours.
Whoa.
Let's see.
That's dark.
That sounds haunted. No, thank you.
Let's see. Oh, Staff of the Brine Caller. It starts with 5 charges, and every day you spend it regains 1d4 plus 1. Max of 5 each day. So, grants water breathing and a swim speed of 40 feet. You can use a charge to cast Tidal Wave, Control Water, or Maelstrom. So any of those, but they do use a charge to do it. Once per week, you can summon a lesser sea spirit. That's once per week. And the staff glows faintly when aberrations or eldritch creatures are within 100 feet.
Ah, it's already glowing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Weird.
strange.
Weird.
Out of
Awkward.
character, is there a bonus to spell save or
I was just being silly.
For what?
to spell DC
I was just
any of these saves?
Which one? Like what?
Any of them.
Like you're talking about that staff?
Yes.
It would be your
Checked
DC
out.
when you use it. Like if you cast one of those spells, you're saying?
Right. So
okay.
Does it make it more
spend-
potent, harder to?
does
People
it
shopping.
do any of them
I actually really enjoy
increase my magical capability like this spell?
I enjoy it in the
the
streams
staff
I
that
watch on
sold them
YouTube
did?
too. I'm one of those weirdos.
Like the plus
I like
one
shopping
staff.
episodes.
I don't. Let me see.
I think it lets me know
See.
more like the personality of the player
Um.
when I see it. Like what kind of things are they really looking for if they're shopping, right?
Yeah.
It's always intrigued me.
No, there is a staff of the Eye Between Worlds. That's a pretty impressive staff. I don't know if that would be for you, but it grants 60 feet of true sight. You may cast Detect Thoughts, Arcane Eye, or True Seeing at will. While wielding it, you can see into the mind of a god, though they can see you back. So that's a good thing.
How much is that one?
That is 40,000. Each week you attune to the staff, make a make a DC Wisdom saving throw or gain short-term madness after. Wow. If you fail 3 times, you no longer need food or sleep, but you also are no longer fully mortal.
I'm coming back for that. How much is the Staff of the Bright Collar?
Jesus. That's amazing. That is 25,000.
Oh. Would anyone care to lend 3,000 to your favorite hobgoblin wizard?
As much as you guys are spending.
I got you.
Okay, you're gonna let them, then sure.
You said 3,000?
3K.
You got it.
Thanks, sugar daddy.
You guys are using large sums of money today. Let's put it that way.
I will give 100 of it to you in platinum. So 10 platinum and then the rest in gold. Just to get rid of it.
It is so difficult to.
He gave you enough to spend. It's there. You don't have to write it down. You have to write down your staff with the Brian collar though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
It does require attunement.
to get off. I freed up some slots.
So every day, just remember, if you used all your charges, you can regain 1d4 plus 1. It can have up to 5 charges max. So like if you have 3 left and you roll 5, it's still only going to go to 5.
Right.
But the water breathing and swim speed of 40 feet is not a charge. That's automatic while holding it.
I'm gonna make a purchase,
Okay, what do you purchase?
but I need to. I would like to purchase the scimitar
Okay.
and the belt. You're not buying the belt, right? I know you asked about it, so I just want to make sure. Now, if I buy both of those, what kind of deal can you give me? I mean, I've already spent an ungodly amount of money here.
Othan, what are you trying to get?
How much are the 2 of them?
70,000.
Okay.
And how much do you have?
Well, I got almost 60.
Well, how much will you spend?
If you have 60, I'll give you both of them for that 60,000.
There you go.
Well, I was gonna trade some stuff and then I didn't. I just wanted to.
There it is.
Well, I got 2 short swords that I'd be willing to part with, and the Fang dagger, the Night Fang.
If you're giving up the dagger and 2 short swords, we'll knock it down to 45,000.
Better run.
Yep, done. So minus
Alright, anything else?
45,000.
Can you tell me about that crystal shoulder pad again?
Yes.
Sorry, it's been so long.
Woo. All right, hold on.
It's like a half an hour ago.
I know, I scroll way back on all this shit. It's
I
the
wanna-
longest list of magic items I've ever had.
Hey, I want to upgrade my manacles. Do they have any magic manacles?
All right, hold on.
They're fluffy though.
I don't care. I need 2 sets. Because every time I do arms or feet, they run or punch.
So
So
the
I need
curse
something
on
that's gonna
these
stop
ones
that.
are there's a percentage chance that they summon this being. Some people call them Brickley.
Brickley shackles is what they're called.
All right.
One of the weirdest nights of my life.
And yet, one of the
Sorry, it was an afternoon, wasn't it?
greatest nights of your life.
Oh no, it was night. It was night.
Afternoon delight.
It was night. I snuck in there when everybody went to bed.
Ah, the crown shard shoulder pads. All right. Well, they call them the pauldrons, actually. Crown shard pauldrons. All right. So they do require attunement.
Yep.
Okay. Well worn, they grant you a +1 armor class bonus, advantage on death saving throws, and then when you would be reduced to 0 hit points, the shards explode in radiant light So that would destroy them.
That was my
However,
fear.
If they are destroyed, you revive with half your hit points, and you deal 3d10 radiant damage to all hostile creatures within 10 feet. DC 16 for half damage.
Okay. I'm all set here. Gully wants something to bolster his healing power or to help with healing, so he may have to go to a different place for that,
What would
That's
you
where we're
like?
going next.
which we don't have to. What's that?
What are you specifically looking for?
Something that allows him to maybe like a staff of healing, or staff
Spell
of,
focus.
Let's take a
or
look here,
yeah,
my
maybe
friend.
spell focus. Not that we have to
Role play it.
that out, but
I have.
Nor do we have to role play my manacles, but something that's gonna give me to stop something.
Oh, we're role playing the manacles, Brad.
I have a thin.
We're actually getting you props.
I have a silver ring with a
Take it
soft
easy.
pulse of warmth at its core. It is called the Band of the First Mercy. It does require attunement. When you cast a spell that restores hit points, it restores +2 hit points per the spell level on top of your normal healing.
okay.
Once per long rest, when you heal a creature at 0 hit points, they gain resistance to all damage until the end of their next turn. So anything that hits them would only do half damage. The ring will also always glow if you are within 60 feet of a dying creature.
Interesting.
How much is that?
That is 30,000. See if there's anything else that might be healing. I should put in the word healing just to see if there'd be anything in here.
God, I was gonna ask.
There is gloves of the blooming touch. They smell faintly of lavender.
That does pique his interest for sure.
No attunement required on these. Touch-based healing spells heal an additional 1d4 hit points. Once per day, when you touch a creature who is at 0 hit points, they stabilize and immediately regain 1. So you didn't even have to cast a spell, you just have to touch them wherever you want to touch them. And your Spare the Dying cantrip becomes a bonus action.
How much are those?
Those are 20,000.
So it's 30 and 20.
Yes. See if there's anything else with healing. There is a lantern of shared breath. A lantern with no flame, only a soft, radiant mist within. All healing spells cast within 30 feet of the lantern also heal the caster for half the amount. Well lit, death saving throws for creatures within the area are made at advantage. It lasts 1 hour per day when you light it, and recharges at dawn.
How much is that?
That is also 30,000.
30, 60, 80. I want all of it.
For real.
So I have
Cats becoming some magical bitches here.
65,000.
Probably gonna need it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I have
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm so excited.
We might want to stop over in Bastardale because I think something's coming. Just a thought.
I have a
Whole episode of shopping.
Yeah.
65,000 gold, and I need 15,000 more.
You would need 15,000 more. Or you're trying to buy all 3, any items.
Goldie,
You have?
I have 15,000 I could give you.
I have some extra gold as well.
Perhaps just a small loan.
Yes, I have significantly more than 15, and I know you'll repay me in kind.
I'll take all 3.
Okay.
There you go.
You snap the
Um,
gloves on.
Alright, Bill, anything for me to trap people like my
I'm
manacles?
healing you, motherfucker.
You're looking for manacles?
Well, I want to get rid of my manacles, but I still want to restrain somebody if we need to speak with them, or I want to use them for a martial purpose. But anything that can restrain somebody, it can even be like
He
a
needs-
bolo
he needs
or
a golden lasso.
yeah, a lasso. I don't.
Of truth.
You should have. Hey, they have a pretty awesome whip that once you hit, as a bonus action, you can cast a cantrip.
Buying it.
Let me
you're
see.
buying it?
Yes.
That's the one you said you were. Oh, I didn't know if that's the one you were getting or not.
So anything that I could restrain somebody with.
All right, let me see. Let me
My
type
bad.
in, let me type in
You're good.
restrain and see what comes
Careful.
up.
He solid
Careful.
buys off from
Yeah.
underneath you.
Careful.
Okay. All right, there are
Anyone
some
else
dull
want these?
gray
'Cause I'm moving these
cuffs.
away from me.
Okay.
They are cold and heavy, even if your hands are warm.
Ooh.
All right. If you are bound by these manacles, you cannot cast spells, activate magic items, or concentrate on ongoing magical effects.
That's what we're looking for.
Additionally, all teleportation and planar travel fails for the restrained creature.
Are they like? Is it like Demetrium? Obviously, out of game. Is that what those things are? Like Demetrium cuffs that make it so you can't use magic? I've seen them in other people's campaigns.
These are called manacles of null stone.
That's fine. And how many do they have?
They have one pair.
But if I put that on them, they can't move. It said.
It says.
So I don't need 2. I don't need arms and
It
legs.
didn't say they can't move, but they cannot teleport, they cannot planar travel, and they cannot cast spells. And if they're in the process of concentrating on a spell, that concentration is over.
Holy shit.
So is there anything else?
Let's see. There are shackles of the silenced oath. The creature bound cannot speak, telepathically communicate, or cast spells with verbal components.
Okay.
If the wearer attempts to break an oath made in the last 24 hours, they are rendered paralyzed for 1 minute.
Okay. That's all I need to hear. I want both of those sets, please.
Okay, they are each 20,000.
I will take them both right now.
Okay. Let me see if there's. Ooh, wait, what's this?
Okay. If you got something
Hold
better,
on.
obviously I'll
A
take it.
collar of submission. I gotta read this one.
I don't
Hold
want
on.
that, Bill.
Hold on.
No.
A thick iron neckband etched with infernal runes. And a place for a leash. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, God.
When worn, the creature has disadvantage on wisdom saving throws and cannot act against the attuned wielder.
Holy shit.
Once per day, the wielder may cast command on the collared target without expanding a spell slot. Ooh, curse. The wearer slowly forgets their name.
No.
Got him.
No thanks.
So, but I mean, you got
I know.
collar of submission. I mean, jeez. that's
No
a good
thanks,
one.
Is that from your Amazon wish list, Bill?
Hey,
That was good.
I have a large list of magical items I'm searching through for you guys, okay?
Good.
Okay.
None of these, by the way, are in D&D Beyond, so we'll have to add these.
That's fine. But yeah, I would like both sets of manacles, please.
Okay.
So, cold is gone.
Let's see if there was anything else. Oh, how about a wrist lock of echoing guilt? When
I'm
worn,
intrigued.
so single silver manacle, so it's only one manacle.
What?
When worn, the bearer has disadvantage on deception and cannot lie without feeling intense pain, 2d4 psychic damage per lie. And then once per day, the manacle, you can
Alright, let's
order the
take
manacle to cast Zone of Truth centered on
you
the wearer. Yes.
Is that one also 20?
Yes.
So, okay, so I will take the no
Okay.
state ones, and then the one you just
The
recommended.
wrist lock of echoing guilt?
Yep, I want
Okay.
that one. So yeah, can you build those out for me?
Yeah.
And I want both of those manacles. So that's 40K, right?
Okay.
All right, I'm done. I'm done wasting everybody's time.
This is great. No.
The helm, the bracers, and the whip.
Okay. Anybody else?
Do you have any magical arrows?
Mother.
Magical arrows.
Just some things that do some unique type chip.
This is amazing, by the way. You
Yeah.
guys are spending like 400,000 gold with this guy.
Well, we've been getting it for something, right?
Okay. All right. There is Arrow of the Last Breath. Okay, it is a sleek black arrow with pale blue fletchling and a shaft carved from gravewood. If this arrow reduces a creature to 10 hit points or fewer, they must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution save or die instantly as if they failed 3 death saves.
Damn.
So, there's that. Let's see. There's an Arrow of Binding Chains. On a hit, the target must make a DC 18 strength save or become restrained by invisible shackles for 1 minute.
That's cool.
At the start of each of their turn, they may repeat the save. Functions even against incorporeal or shape-changing beings.
That's
So, like
cool.
you could hit a wraith or a ghost with it and it would still possibly do that.
How much is that?
That arrow is 20,000.
Was that one of those like you can pick it up and reuse it, or
Yeah.
is it done?
No, you can reuse it, but like now it's gonna be hard to reuse in the same battle, because you're gonna have to go find the person, yank it out of them, and go shoot it.
Well,
again.
hopefully they're not moving if it's manacles.
Oh, you're talking about that one, yes.
That's pretty cool.
See if there's any other. Ooh. Arrow of the Astral Chain. On a hit, the target must make a DC 18 Charisma saving throw. On a fail, they are banished to the astral plane for 1 minute. If the arrow is used on a creature not native to this plane, it instead returns to their home plane.
Wow.
So, I mean, it would give you a minute to get your breath if it worked before it comes back. Let's see. This one's kind of like, could be good, could be bad. Grudge-tipped arrow. When used against the named creature, so you have to decide when you buy the arrow, you decide who the sworn vengeance is upon. If you hit that creature, it is an auto crit. Ignores all resistance and immunities to do full damage. The catch is the arrow does 0 damage to anyone else.
But still, holy cow.
Is that something that would work against like a Malith or?
Let's see. If unused for 30 days, it crumbles to dust.
Okay, never mind.
So, yeah.
You gave me an arrow with an expiration date. Son of a bitch.
That's pretty powerful, though.
Yeah.
Wow. It's cool. It's very Percy White stuff.
What is this? There's a laughing arrow, a trickster arrow.
Got none now, but
If you fire this arrow, it splits mid-air and creates 3 illusionary copies.
Ooh, that's sick.
The target must succeed on a
This thing is just
DC
singing
15
down.
intelligence save.
that's why I had to get out of it.
I actually have 2 host claims on.
If your arrow
I
hits,
think I need a third.
it's struck with Tasha's hideous laughter
Yeah.
and falls
Or-
prone
or
laughing.
include it, so just gorilla
It's okay.
glue thing at the top
There you
position,
go.
because it's the only position I wanted in. If
Right.
this
Do you want
changes
any
me
of
up, I
those?
can't sit like this.
Right.
We're too big for this. Yeah. Fucking sit on the floor over here like it's deer camp. Nobody's giving me a handy.
Well, you didn't ask.
The only reason you go to deer camp is you get a handy. you don't tell anybody.
no, he asked.
Yeah, I did. Multiple
Fuck.
times. You just didn't pick up on it.
This whole time?
Oh,
Babe, looks like we're going to deer camp.
None of those, I think, are what I'm looking for.
None of those?
I mean,
Are you guys just willing then to stop at 300,000 gold spent or whatever? Or
Yes.
are we looking for more?
I may hit
I
this
mean,
place back in the morning.
75 was me.
So you guys have probably spent about 400,000 actually.
Yeah, because I think I spent, what, 80?
80, 70, that's 155.
70.
So that's 200 something. He like 100, so that's 300. Yeah, you guys probably over 400,000 gold has changed hands.
Yeah, he's doing good today.
Yeah, it's a good day for the.
Yes, you'll have to give us the information on these because I didn't write it all down the first time.
Oh boy.
That was too
Yeah,
long
just
ago.
snap me a picture of those two, and I'll put them in myself.
I'll stay after a minute. I'll take
Yeah,
notes.
you do
All
the
right.
same thing.
Sure.
Can you tell me everything that doesn't require attunement? I'm just kidding.
We'll go through them here after since we're almost done anyway.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
No.
At
No,
all.
God, no.
All right. So you guys come out after a long time shopping. The
Feeling much lighter.
Sun is much lower in the sky.
Sun's getting real low, big guy.
And there in the street is Brickley.
Oh yeah, Brickley.
Captain!
Brickley.
Commodore. I never felt well with the captain.
I could have sworn it was Captain.
I could have sworn it was your mother.
I heard a rumor.
A rumor.
You've been called a god.
I've been called many things.
No,
He has.
Not
he has
like
a lot.
but
Yeah.
Like in the bedroom?
like god of chaos.
I mean,
Shazer.
you should. Well,
He talks.
in the bedroom, yes. I am a god.
He thinks you're his god. Is that just a trick, or you just okey doked him?
It's like,
Brickley's in the middle of the street, and they just accused him of being a god, and then pointed at Shazer.
All right.
well,
Since you're playing both.
I am.
it's not like a nose. I'm a god. In the bedroom? Maybe other places.
wouldn't
leans past Gully.
I wouldn't call that a bedroom, but yes.
Why would you not tell us?
Well, looks around to see kind of who's listening, and it's like, we're gonna put up some wards here. Let's not have people dropping eaves on us.
I ain't dropping no eaves there.
I tell you everything I needed to tell you. There are, after all, prescripts and such as we all follow. Some of us follow the rules differently than others. I'm a friend.
I don't doubt that, but so are you a part of the using the Titans as a sacrifice to cage Malin?
Wow. We're gonna go down that path today, are we? Okay, just right here on the street. We're just gonna have this conversation.
I believe in being forthwith and honest.
I am as
Jeez.
honest as the day is long.
When have the gods never, ever led us mortals astray?
It's more difficult than that.
Not
Far more
really.
difficult
Not
than
really.
So you were a part of that.
That was a yes.
I played my part at the end when the choices laid before me were not great. Not great, Gully. Here were the choices that my big brothers and big sisters laid before me. They had their grand plans. They were going to stop this creature of evil intent that was going to destroy everything. They had this great idea. And then it didn't work the way they wanted it to work. And then they were left with two choices. Allow new creatures of titanic power to destroy the world, or take care of them. Not good options. Not good options by any means.
So
But-
sacrifice the Titans
But
and then kill them or imprison them. There we go.
Sadly,
I do
that was chaos.
I do understand that sacrifices sometimes are required.
But as long as it's not them that are doing the sacrificing, I mean, that's what's important.
If it helps, I just never wanted to be part of any of this. I thought the whole thing was stupid.
He was probably fucking a goat.
I have actually never done that. Yet.
Oh.
I mean, I'm part satyr now, right? Like,
Just wow.
the word is chaos. Who doesn't like a little chaos in their life? Ha! 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 I laugh in your general direction, Mr. Crinklepot.
Oh dear.
You don't like chaos. I've known you for almost 2 years, or for almost a year now. And all you've ever done has been around chaos.
Well,
Yes, but he unfortunately, for himself,
I've
tries
been-
to organize us.
I've been drawn to you all as the most chaotic people on this wonderful land. It's why I love being here. I love you all. You're chaos personified.
I tried to bring balance.
Oh, you do. Chaos is not bad.
I didn't say it was all bad, but I do not prefer to live in chaos.
See, without chaos, how can you know order?
I prefer peace.
How can you know peace without a little chaos?
Well,
Admit
that's
it. Over
true,
the last year, you've
but-
had fun. You've
You-
grown to know
you
this
call this
family.
fun?
There's been moments of fun, has there not? Do you consider these people your family goal?
Yes, of course.
Would
Do
they
you
be
know how many
as-
times I had to watch them nearly succumb to death?
But it's more than that. There's a bond between you now.
That is most certainly true.
That bond has grown through that chaos, and it's made it stronger.
I would agree with that.
Do you know how much they love you? You got killed by a bed, and they brought you back. Using some crazy demon woman inside of him.
Oh, so you know.
God.
You are chaos and order personified like nothing I've ever been around in all of my years. I love this group. At first it was just Shazer. Now it's all of you. You're all like disciples I never had.
I would not consider me a disciple.
Oh, sure. Yes, you've already got enough inside of you. Lyra, Malith, whatever. I get it. But there's always room for one more god inside of you. Who doesn't want a little Berkeley?
Do you know where the other half of our group
This
is?
guy doesn't want a little quickly.
They're around, yes. They're in town. I think some of them getting ready for the tournament here next week.
Where are they staying?
Ah, see, now that's one of my better things I have done for you all. I found a manor house, and I found the prudish little bastard that had the manor house, and I convinced him he needed to go on vacation. So I sent him away.
Oh.
But I convinced him also that he needed to leave his staff for us. So we have a place in town. Because we haven't yet gotten the okay to put the new Light of Acidel over at the Silverweed Manor, though I hear that's in the works.
Oh, I thought that was a no.
There's been a rumor. I didn't start it.
No, Captain.
No one wants to ever be your captain.
I believe it's Commodore.
That's true.
Commodore. You know, captains have had a bad history.
However, Commodore seems awfully a lousy title for someone such as your chaotic holiness.
I'm not stuffy, Billy. I'm not like my brothers and sisters.
Well,
I want to live amongst you. Humans are so chaotic and fun.
that they are.
They live in the reality. There are grays. My brothers and sisters think everything must be one way or the other. That's not how the world works, and you all know it.
Well, I'm learning that that's not as true as I thought once.
They try, Goalie. They really, really try. But you know what I've learned about gods?
That they don't know how to butt out.
Well, I'm sure there's that too. But are we really so different from you with immense power?
I can see parallels.
We make decisions we think are best for those we love. And we hope it was the right decision.
And I think that's what I latch on to. We can only do with what we've got.
If it helps, despite the fact that it hurts me to say it, there's no one more pious than your Lyra. No one who wanted less the decision that was made than Lyra. No one who fought trying to find another solution than Lyra. And it will pain her even more if she ever learns I told you that many people died while she was trying to subdue the madness in the Titans before it was realized the madness could not be subdued. And a decision must be made. But you didn't hear that from me. She's probably listening, you prude. But anyway. I have a manor house for us.
Ooh.
And there are tavern wenches there and tavern boys there.
Ooh.
When will the owner return?
When do you want them to?
Well, I don't necessarily think what you're doing is very fair.
What's fair? He's an asshat.
Well,
He treats his people awful.
why didn't you just buy the manor?
Well, because I wanted him to learn a lesson. So I sent him off with no servants and no worldly possessions.
I look over at Shazer. This is your god? Oof. Explain some things.
It's explained a lot to me. I just recently found out. I thought that something from my father's lands would be my god, something related to the storms and the skies, and
But I am.
that's what I had always followed, and turns out it's him. And I don't know that I want to walk in his path, but I do want to use his power for good.
And that's the beauty of chaos. I don't mind. I don't need people to treat me like some holy thing.
Good.
Maybe I'm the only one, but that's not me. I'm just Brickley.
You are not just prickly.
Mr. Toothpick.
You used your powers to just teach a moral lesson. You deemed appropriate.
It did?
Now that sounds godly.
No. Sounds like a very captain-like decision to me.
You know, we should talk tonight, Gideon. I have never been with someone else inside of them at the same time.
Oh my.
Think about that.
No.
Like, God, demon, inside of you at the same time?
I don't even think Lilith would approve of that.
No.
She's like, absolutely not.
A double possession.
I'm just saying.
Snatched, bro.
A god and a demon all at once.
I mean, Fireworks, Gideon, fireworks.
No.
It doesn't always feel like fireworks. Having a god and a demon inside of you.
Well, in the way you do, but his would be more pleasurable.
I'm concerned for this group.
We could even try to let Lilith out for a night. Like,
No, Captain.
Captain, my captain.
anyways, I have a wonderful place for you all to stay tonight, and it sounds to me like you guys are gearing up for more fuckery.
A little bit. Hey, Brickley,
Yeah.
all of those funds that we had at the original manor, are those still safe?
They
Our
are.
party fund?
They are. I
Okay.
kept them safe.
Okay. As long as they're still accessible.
They are in my special room,
Oh,
which is the only room that exists still from our manor house.
Thank you.
How much is in there?
You want to go with me and find out?
Nope.
Seriously, what fuckery are you guys about to get into?
You don't already know?
Grown good.
Okay,
you
I'll
know,
let you in on the secret about the gods. We don't know everything. I
I
just think we do.
I think we should use the funds to acquire a new manor. In doing it honestly.
You don't think what I did was honest? I took a bad person, Gully, and I'm
You
helping
can-
them learn a valuable lesson.
Sure.
Also, their people are being treated so much better. They're invited to every party.
How many of them have you slept with?
Whoa.
Whoa.
What, is that relevant? Nobody against their will, Othin, if that's what you're wondering.
Well, I think your will is bendable,
No,
Yeah,
I don't
just like
use my
that.
power for that.
just like that gentleman left.
There are rules.
Oh,
Consent is sexy, Othin.
I don't disagree. And for the record, I never consent to anything you want to do in that room.
Not yet.
So,
That's the wonderful thing about time. You never know. Your mind could change. That's why I love chaos. You're saying no today, but your eyes say yes.
He does have a little bit of a shimmer in his eye.
A little bit. You may get a little Brickley in you yet, but not tonight.
Hey.
I don't think that's what Malika had in mind when he said we were going to work together.
No.
So, anyways,
I can tell you this, Othin. Your sister's still alive.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Snap.
where is she?
That's the hard part.
And then he goes cryptic again.
And that is where we take our.
Right.
You may not recognize her when you see her again.
Oh.
That's not sounding
Explain.
good.
Those who took her did not kill her. They staged the death. And they brought her to Malith. He has been warping her
Oh.
to use her. And now, well, you're one of the special people that he's probably worried about. I imagine he's going to try to use her against you.
Why is he worried about me?
Because only one group has been thwarting his plans over and over and over again. Not the gods, not Brickley, the light of Asadel. I would say you have the biggest bullseye on your backs that Malith could paint. He wants you all dead, but I think he wants to hurt you all too. That's
Well-
my guess. So, what's next for the Light of Astrodel?
That's actually
Swimming
good
lessons.
news.
How's that good news?
I'd rather he want me dead than use me.
Yes.
So Brickley, obviously, I have this new plate mail with this black and silver. My shield, which also happens to be black steel with silver running through it. Do you have a helm?
Hell.
A helm. Do you even have a helm that's basic that you can make look like this?
I'm sure we
It
could
doesn't
find
need to be
something.
magical.
Well, I'm
Can
sure,
you produce one for me?
I'm sure we could figure that out.
Thank you.
I think we should talk. We should go to the manor,
Yes.
have a conversation, talk about what's next, and talk about if there's a chance to save your sister, Othin. And I think we should do that in the next episode.
Let's go.
So, as we come to a close, if any of you are interested in entering the tournament, it's up to you. That will be taking place at next week's event. It takes place, our show is earlier at noon.
Absolutely.
So if you want to come at noon on Sunday, that would be,
I will check my calendar, but I would love to be involved.
if you're
Yeah, that'd be fun.
interested, that will be the Tournament of Champions.
No.
Oh.
But the next 2 weeks we will
Come
be
on,
at noon,
Gideon.
so just heads up on that, and then we'll be returning to our normal time after that. So thank you everybody for playing along tonight, truly appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you next Sunday at noon. So I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, has a wonderful rest of your weekend, and if you don't have a little Brickley in you yet, you should try it.
Hey.
Take care everybody.
Bye.
In the land in need of heroes, where legends never sleep, there's a band of fearless warriors whose courage does run deep. The light of Astrodel, they come from all around. Yeah, they ride through into the danger. Can you hear that sound? They're the thunder in the sky, the lightning in the storm, charging into battle as evil takes its form. They divide and conquer, leaving chaos in their wake. The light of Astrodel, no challenge they forsake. Through valleys deep and mountains tall, they heed the ancient call to conquer realms of darkness, to rise and never fall. With axes sharp and shields of steel, they march into the night. Their valor shines like burning stars in a never-ending fight. Through fire and